This is Sports Sound
from BBC Radio Scotland.
A golden goal!
Absolutely tremendous.
There's no substitute.
Welcome to Ibrox, where the players have just emerged from the tunnel. Moments before, Barry Ferguson came out and was announced to the stadium. Came out, did a little applause to all four corners of Ibrox, and then quickly took his place in the home dugout. And the players quickly followed. Rangers, led by captain James Tavernier, making his 500th Rangers appearance. An incredible achievement as the players line up now in the Motherwell. Players go along and shake hands. There are representatives from the Armed Forces as well on the Ibrox turf, as it is Armed Forces Day here at Ibrox. Before we get started with the football, as Motherwell fan out, applaud the away fans in the corner, and it is a big game for both sides. Barry Ferguson's reign as interim manager got off to a productive start with that comeback against Kilmarnock during the week, but as he knows more than perhaps anyone at this club, it's about winning week after week after week. That is the challenge for them. As for Motherwell, Michael Wimmer with a first win as manager as well during the week against Dundee, thanks to 2 goals from Dan Casey, and now it's a massive task for them to try and back this up and win here at Ibrox. They did it last season, almost exactly a year to the day. Casey scored the winner in a 2-1 victory, their first league win here since 1997. And can they back that up? Although I suspect a draw would be cherished as well. The referee Nick Walsh speaks to both captains. Andy Halliday up against his former teammate James Tavernier. The pair exchange a hug and shake hands as the coin toss is conducted by Nick Walsh. And the players line up, and we are just about ready for action here at Ibrox as we prepare as well, as I mentioned, Armed Forces Day. So we've got a couple of members of the Armed Forces abseiling down the Sandy Jardine stand. Rather them than me, I have to say, as they get ready to go down. As I'll run you through the team news. Rangers line up with Jack Butland in goal, a back four of Yilmaz, Tavernier at centre half, Cropper and Jefte, Diamonde and Raskan in midfield, with Václav Černý and Yanis Hadji either side, and Dessers and Igman up front. As for Motherwell, it's just the one change from the midweek win over Dundee. O'Donnell out altogether, Balmer in, so it's Balcombe in goals, Balmer, Gordon and Casey the back three, Sparrow and Thompson the wing backs, Halliday and Andrews holding in midfield, Slattery and Miller are the number 10s, and Luke Armstrong plays up front for Motherwell this afternoon as the 2 members of the Armed Forces complete their abseil, zipping down the stands. Fair play to them as Ibrox applauds, and we are seconds away now from this Premiership encounter. Rangers looking to close the gap to 10 points to Celtic, who play St Mirren at 5:30. Motherwell looking to press their case for top 6 and at the very least move away from trouble in this tightly congested Premiership table from 3rd down to the bottom, really. And Nick Walsh goes across, gets the match ball from those members of the Armed Forces, and the referee walks on, and we are close to kick-off. Rangers looking to avoid a 3rd straight home defeat. That hasn't happened since 2012, the season which was plagued by administration. Queen's Park and St Mirren have come here and won 1-0 and 2-0. Rangers not even getting on the score sheet. I'm sure that is something that's been spoken about by Barry Ferguson, his coaching staff and the players during the week, as Motherwell kick us off, and they are going to shoot from left to right towards the Copeland Road ends. As Balcombe shells it long with the right boot, Lennon Miller goes up, there's a flicked header, and it's one with Lennon Miller on the edge of the box, and Slattery in the Rangers box goes back to Butland with a pass, the Rangers defender, but it's a loose one and goes behind for a Motherwell corner. Ian McCall alongside me, perfect start for Motherwell.
It was, and it goes against the atmosphere, which has changed considerably since last week. Yeah, listen, it just comes from, I don't know whether it's proper or Tavernier just didn't win the first ball up. They've just got to do that, got to win the first header.
Yeah, Motherwell corner. Andy Halliday to take over on the far side, the former Rangers player, of course, trying to sow the seeds of their downfall this afternoon. He goes short to the edge of the box. Lennon Miller with a lovely turn, but it's good defending from Tavernier, who came out from the near post and managed to lash it clear. Tom Sparrow goes back to Balcom, who controls with the right boot. Motherwell ending a run of 6 straight defeats during the week with that 2-1 win against Dundee. We're 7 without a win in all competitions. As Balcom goes long, Tavernier's underneath it, controls it and puts it up into the sky and into the stands, and it will be a Motherwell throw-in. And I just wonder, with Tavernier playing at right centre-back, he did pretty well against Kilmarnock, but that might be an area they look to target him aerially, perhaps.
Yeah, I think so. And they also know the right back is obviously Yilmaz is a left back, so he'll be narrowing the game up all the time. So it's probably something Motherwell look to exploit.
Here's Kofi Balmer, the one change from midweek, but he's given it away as Hadji intercepts, and Rangers in Motherwell's half for the first time, and Hadji looks to go beyond. Balmer is sliding in and he's late, and he's going to get a talking to from the referee Nick Walsh. Free kick to Rangers on this near side, and that's clumsy, both in possession and with his challenge for Kofi Balmer.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's a poor challenge. It's never a booking, though. I think Hadji's thinking it might be a booking, but I think he was caught into it because Hadji's taken too firm a first touch. Definite foul, though. Yeah,
just a wee talking to for Kofi Balmer, thinking he's sent back to defend this free kick. It's about 10 yards in from this near touchline. It's Tavernier and Hadji. That's an interesting one, having your centre back taking the set pieces. Have to require some shuffling about as Hadji strides back. Could be him with a left or Tavernier with a right. As Hadji steps up and then leaves it for Tavernier. There's a miscommunication. The players didn't know about it in the box, and it is going to be Hadji, and it's poor, and it's low to along the ground, and Lennon Miller didn't really get hold of his clearance though, and it's behind for a corner.
Yeah, I mean, I think Barry Ferguson was in the dugout there just at the pitch side, wanting them to go short because there was only one Motherwell player out, and Hadji and Tavernier could have worked to 2-1.
Yeah, the chance is gone though. James Tavernier is going to take this corner kick on his 500th Rangers appearance. So many ups and downs in that near decade he spent at Ibrox. As he strides back, takes it with the right foot, hoists it to the back post. Robin Propper is there, but it goes right over the top, and I have to say, for the length of time it took to deliver that, it was poor.
Yeah, I mean, it was a worked free kick. It just the delivery just wasn't right. I mean, they're trying to exploit Desser's getting around the back area, and it was just overhit from Tavernier.
Here's Liam Gordon in his own box for Motherwell, gives it to Balmer on this near side, given away by Balmer again as Raskan intercepts, and now it's Raskan for Igman, lays it to Hadji on this near side, looks up, dummies the cross, tries to get away from Sparrow and Balmer, who recovered to make the challenge out for a Rangers throw on this near side. At
least it's positive from Hadji. The last couple of games have been wanting me to take people on. At least he tried to do that there.
Raskan, little flick and faces forward. Lennon Miller with a challenge. It's back to Raskan, who I think was on the receiving end of some strong words from the Rangers interim boss during the week for that opening 30 minutes, where wanting him and Diamonde to get on the ball a lot more, try and makes things happen. Here's Jeffrey, rolls it up the left touch line for Hadji, going backwards, gives it to Propper, who lets it run onto the right foot and square for Tavernier. Motherwell put some pressure on. It's out to Yilmaz on the right hand side, then up for Desser's first time layoff to Raskan, who's going to try and put it in behind for Czerny, and he has put it in behind. Motherwell players back, Czerny just into the box, looking to work onto the left foot. It's Václav Czerny blocked, and it spins away, and it's going to be a Rangers corner.
It comes from Desser's layoff, which is absolutely fantastic, and it was it was like the other night there against Kilmarnock. He had 2 or 3 first-time layoffs that were absolutely fantastic, and so was that. And maybe Czerny should have done a little bit better, but he was really positive.
Yeah, it was nice from Rangers, just quick passing, and suddenly they're away, which is something that probably has been a criticism in recent weeks, or the latter end of the Frédéric Clement era, just the slow nature at times of the attacking play, and Rangers slowing it down a lot at set pieces. Deliberate ploy here as Tavernier's offering a short option for Hadji over on that far side. He's going to deliver into the box though, fires it into the near post. It's Thompson with a header for Motherwell to the edge of the area. Miller comes across and tries to pick out Callum Slattery, but it's intercepted, and then Slattery's over eager to win the ball and he runs into the back of Yilmaz, and it's another Rangers free kick in a very similar position to they just had one, just in from this touchline, and this time they do go quickly. Backwards, Diamonde to Jefte. Now it's Diamonde, goes infield to Tavernier. Tavernier tries to go round Armstrong, who gets a foot in, and then Kai Andrews wins it for Motherwell in midfield. Slattery got proper at his back and wins the free kick, and that's good play from Motherwell midfielder, who gets applause from his manager for winning that foul. He just relieves the pressure on Motherwell because they made a bright start there, but it has been Rangers ever since that slack pass from Kofi Balmer, as Liam Gordon lines up this free kick in his own half. 6.5 minutes played, Rangers 0, Motherwell 0. It's Balmer, controls, and gives it towards Halliday, wearing the captain's armband for Motherwell, strides over halfway and gives it to Slattery and gets the return on this near touchline. Jefte gets back in, Halliday comes in, looking to work it onto his left foot, gives it infield to Andrews, it goes back out to Sparrow, the right wing back, and then Raskin comes across, makes the tackle out for a throw-in on this near side. Yeah,
really nice play by Andy Halliday, trying to break down that right side, but Rangers came back in it for 2-3 minutes here, Thomas, because Motherwell just kept giving the ball away, twice from Balmer and once from young Lennon Miller in dangerous areas.
Yeah, trying to work it out and getting caught. Kofi Balmer is going to try and make amends because he's going to fling this throw in into the Rangers box. It's almost about in line with the edge of the penalty area. He's taking a decent run at it. Here he comes, Kofi Balmer throws it in, spirals it towards the penalty spot, and there's a header from Liam Gordon, and then it's hooked back in by Miller. It was allowed to bounce in the Rangers box as the header was missed, but then Jefte can clear. Sent back by Halliday into the Rangers penalty area. Proper gets a head on it, but it goes for a corner kick to Motherwell.
See, that one's meat and drink. I mean, you've got to head the ball better than that, you know, if you're a centre back. I mean, Proper's up, knocked out for a corner kick. You know, Motherwell could possibly get a chance to score a goal from this. He's got to power that header 10, 15, 20 yards down the pitch. Yeah,
it's the one that was allowed to bounce as well. Just a bit awkward, and Motherwell testing Rangers out here. Halliday's coming across to take on this near side, so it'll be him to deliver with the left foot. Well, we saw Dan Casey score a couple from these situations against Dundee on Wednesday night. He's got 3 Premiership goals, which is as many as anyone in the Motherwell squad, or starting 11 today. It's curled in, but it's comfortable for Butland. The goalkeeper for Rangers comes and takes it, and he's looking to get on with it, rolls out to Dessers, but that's a shocking touch from Dessers and Thompson. Now it's with Casey on the edge of the box. The centre half gets a strike in, and then Butland spills it, and Armstrong bundles it in, but the flag is up on this near side. It won't count, at least for now. But Rangers just caught there. Dessers initially with a poor touch in.
I mean, after me giving him such praise, and you know, it's just a terrible touch. And after that, though, I mean, Butland's got to hold on to the first shot. I mean, it's right at him, and there's no great pace in it. I think VAR's now checking the goal. I'm not sure. We couldn't see from here, Thomas, whether there's offside or not.
No, I would say the near side linesman had his flag up very early. I could see it out the corner of my eye, so you would have to think he's had a really good look at this and called it early as Case, but it was Dessers who was caught. The challenge came in, it went to Casey on the edge of the box, and he did really well to work a low shot, but as Ian described perfectly, straight at Jack Butland, and he's somehow spilled it, and Armstrong has bundled in the rebound. But we are awaiting the verdict. The VAR is Gavin Duncan, so he is drawing the lines and pouring in, and there's some who definitely think this could be onside here, you know. People of the studio have the benefit of replays. A few of my colleagues also looking at a replay, thinking this could be onside here, and Motherwell could be in front at Ibrox, but we'll await the officials' verdict. And this is going to stand. The officials have had a look at it, they've drawn the lines, and Motherwell are going to go in front here. Goal is given. Motherwell lead at Ibrox. Luke Armstrong sprints over to the corner and celebrates belatedly because he has knocked in a simple goal after Butland's error and makes it Rangers 0, Motherwell 1 after 10.
I mean, how to ruin a feel-good feeling for the first time at Ibrox for a good number of months. I mean, just awful from Dessers, really poor touch. You know, and the guys in the studio, I'm just wondering, it looked to me that Jack Bullen's got to do a whole lot better. He's just got to hold on to that. There's no great pace in the shot. It's not really down the side of him. It didn't look like that, Thomas. It's just an awful goal to lose. And you know what? That's the good feeling kind of punctured. Rangers now need to react again.
Yeah, obviously we've not seen it again, but it just looked like one that if he got a bit lower, he could have just scooped it up almost into his chest. But he just put the palms down, and it came off the outside of his hand and spun away for Armstrong to knock in. And Motherwell leads at Ibrox. Not the start Barry Ferguson was hoping for, as Yilmaz gives it into Tavernier. Well, they came from 2 down after half an hour against Kilmarnock, so there'll be no panic, but really sloppy stuff from the home side. Motherwell will be delighted. And fair play to Armstrong, because he played on and reacted. He scored against Celtic at Fir Park in the 3-1 defeat. Now he has one against Rangers. Rangers throw over on the far side, halfway up Motherwell territory, as Rangers look to try and get themselves back into this as quick as possible. It's thrown backwards to Tavernier, who returns it to Butland, and you can see Michael Wimmer, the Motherwell manager, just instantly wanting his team to push up the pitch as soon as Rangers go backwards. But now Tavernier's going to try and drop it over the top of them, but it's a poor ball and Gordon heads it. Igman's in there, Kai Andrews battles and then flicks it forward. The Coventry City low knee, young player who's first real taste of first team action. He had a couple of appearances at Coventry, but this is his first loan, and he's in from the start again tonight, or this afternoon I should say, and it's over the top looking for Czerny. He's made the run, he tries to control it on the stretch. The flag went up anyway on the far side, so he would have been offside. Rangers perhaps a bit of a ploy to try and unsettle Motherwell, as Casey rolls it into Slattery, touches it away from Yanis Hadji and lays it wide. Oh, for Balmer, that's another one he's just given straight out the park. Yeah,
all of them right in front of us, Thomas. I mean, that's 3 passes that were just really poor. But Motherwell do press the ball really aggressively. Obviously, new manager coming in is trying to do that, try to change that, I think.
Yeah, I don't know, Ian, as a manager, when you've seen your centre-half give away the ball 3 times like that in the first 30 minutes, still very early, but is that a concern?
Well, I mean, it is, yeah. I mean, it wasn't as if he was trying to split a defence, or he was just passing the ball 10 yards to his teammate, and he's got it wrong all 3 times. Plenty of time for him to come good, though.
Yeah. And Balmer is now on throw-in duties again for Motherwell. As I mentioned, one here last season. At that point, Rangers were 2 points clear at the top of the Premiership, as it's headed out of defence, and Igman flicks it forward, but it's with Sparrow, then back to Balmer, who looks to drop it over the top of the Rangers defence. Propper's header, and then Jeffrey can't gather, and it'll be a Motherwell throwing up towards the Rangers penalty area. And Luke Armstrong's 9th minute goal is the difference between the sides here. Rangers now Motherwell 1. It was flagged offside initially, overturned by VAR. Motherwell with a valuable lead here at Ibrox, and now looking to build on their advantage as Balmer signals that he wants his players to push towards the back post, because he's got some throw in him. Here he comes, plants the feet and flings it into the box. Propper's underneath it, header from Gordon, it came off his arm I think perhaps, and then there's a foul in the box. McLeish is blown for a Rangers free kick on the penalty spot, and then there's James Tavernier gesturing that physio is needed here for Robin Propper. So,
well, I don't know about Robin Propper, but that is a proper long throw. Goodness me, he hurls it. That's easily like a corner. The only thing I'd say, that guys were talking about VAR before the game, I thought you called it right, Thomas, that the stand side linesman, he seemed absolutely convinced. He was up straight away, and not sure that's an error from that type of goalkeeping mistake that the linesman should be making.
Yeah, he did put it up early, so well, I'm sure people have a look, be able to see it on Sports Scene later how tight it actually was. Robin Propper, I think, is now down getting treatment in the Rangers box, so we'll see if he's okay to continue. Rangers are boosted by the return of Dujon Sterling and Leon Balogun after spells out, especially lengthy for Sterling, last seen against Hibs at the tail end of last year. So we don't know how fit they are in terms of what minutes they were being planned for, if any. So that might be a reshuffle, and Barry Ferguson has got Diamonde, Raskin, Tavernier and Jefte over next to him, and he's given instructions to the four of them in this break and play. So we'll see if there's any noticeable difference from that. But Proper is that a bandage he's been?
Must be a week, yeah, must be a little cut, yeah.
Yeah. So here he is on his feet. Bandage, white bandage, right round his head.
Terry Butcher-esque.
Yep.
Mind you, he was a proper centre-back, Terry Butcher.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't want to be unkind to Robin Proper, but in terms of his physicality in the Scottish game, I'm not sure the comparison goes any further than the headband. But he does have other attributes in terms of his play on the ball, but he's not always enjoyed the physical challenge that Scottish football presents, I think it's fair to say. As Yilmaz plays it infield to Tavernier, across to Raskin. Proper offers a square option, he gets it, now it's Jefte into Raskin, and Motherwell swarming round the ball, and they've won it. Slattery, right hand side of the box, low cross deflected, Tavernier's there, has to jump and awkwardly kind of side foot it out the box, but he's done well. And then Slattery nicks it in front of Jefte, wants the free kick. Nick Walsh puts the whistle to his lips belatedly and gives the free kick. And signal for a handball, is he there?
But I mean, that was another example of Motherwell really aggressively pressing the ball high up the pitch. It's obviously something Michael Vimmers has worked on. So won the ball really high up there. I mean, they were only 5 yards outside the Rangers box when they won it.
Yeah, and it was just like out of nowhere. There was four of them round Raskin as he tried to take the ball, and as Ian mentioned, the kind of buoyant pre-match atmosphere has settled slightly, with Motherwell taking the lead and getting a bit of joy down Rangers into the pitch as Dom Thompson and Lennon Miller stand over this free kick. It's about 10 yards in from the near touchline. Miller leaves it for Thompson with the left foot, curls it to the back post. Butland comes and takes it above his head fairly comfortably, and he goes quickly to Diamonde, and this is from where the Motherwell goal came from last time, but this time Diamonde carries it well up the right hand touchline. He gives it to Igman, who shows good feet to Jinken Field, and he's curled one in, but Thompson is there, meets it as Czerny can't control, but Igman gets the second ball. Now Dessers back to Jefte. Rangers on the left hand side of the box. Hadji forced backwards, trying to work it forwards, and he does to Jefte. Jefte carries it infield. Slattery's back, as is Miller. Goes to Tavernier in the centre circle. Tavernier with the right foot along the grass to Yilmaz. Looks up, tries to cross with the left foot. It was fairly flat. Now Jefte with a left-footed effort from distance, blocked, and it's pinballing about, but Motherwell have it. Lennon Miller composed, gives it to Slattery. Now Sparrow with Jefte for company, and back to Balmer, and this will be interesting. This time he just decides to hit it long. It's not a bad option. Armstrong battling with Proper. Diamonde picks up in the centre circle. Now Jefte, and Rangers with comfortable possession at the back. We've played 19 minutes. It's Rangers 0, Motherwell 1, live on Sportsound and BBC Radio Scotland Extra. Luke Armstrong's goal has Motherwell in front after it was initially ruled out for offside. VAR overturned as Yilmaz controls and gives it to Tavernier, and Motherwell again trying to put the pressure on as Butland controls. Bright pink boots, yellow goalkeeping kit, bright pink gloves as well, and then Rangers fans a bit frustrated that the goalkeeper was holding on to it for so long. He pings it out to Jefte. Now it's Raskin with a right foot along to Yilmaz with a bouncing pass. Tavernier across to Jefte, Proper, and then Jefte does really well to get away from Sparrow and opens it up for Hadji, who's going to cross the halfway line, and Jefte's made the run beyond. Now Hadji drives infield, Jefte's on the overlap. Jefte, left hand side of the box, chips it to the back post. Egaman is there, but it's good defending from Lennon Miller, who got back in the nick of time. to make a defensive clearance, and it's gone for a throw in next to the corner flag for Rangers.
Yeah, fabulous play by Jeffrey. That's one way to beat the press. You go and beat your man and get in behind the press.
Yeah, it was brilliant from the Brazilian. Here's Diamonde, dinks one into the box. Czerny made the run. Motherwell head it away. Slattery controls, and he's dispossessed by Diamonde, who curls one, and it was a fierce one. It was on target, but Balcom dealt with it comfortably enough. Ellery Balcom, been here this season already with St Mirren, of course, on loan there the first half of the season. And from Brentford, 26 appearances, 3 clean sheets for St Mirren. And now with Motherwell, and that's slightly underhit pass from Gordon, but got away with it. Now it's Balmer under pressure from Eagman, and Balmer goes in behind, and Armstrong is going to chase this. Butlin comes out his goal and lets it go behind for a goal kick. As we hit 21 minutes at Ibrox, it is Rangers 0, Motherwell 1. It's goalless in the other 2 Premiership matches taking place at 3 o'clock this afternoon between Dundee and St Johnstone, and Ross County and Kilmarnock. St Mirren against Celtic to come. Full live commentary. BBC Radio Scotland Sports Sound. Kick-off 5:30 as Rangers give it away. Balmer, Kai Andrews, Gordon. Motherwell keeping control at the back just about, and as I said, that Casey plays it off Czerny and it bobbles off the Czech winger and goes for a Motherwell throw-in. Motherwell will be more than happy with the start they've made to this game, Ian McCall.
Yeah, absolutely. They've been really aggressive in the game, and they've not knocked the ball about as such. But I mean, from Rangers' point of view as well, Motherwell have started the game well, but I just feel that Igman is maybe playing too high at times. It's almost like 4-4-2. It's like an old-fashioned 4-4-2, and I've got nothing against that at all. It's a great formation, but Eagleman, I think, has to come into that little space in behind it, the wee pocket of space, to try and go on the ball and maybe allow Dessers a bit more space.
Yeah, he's a player that's gone off the
He's
boil a bit.
He has, yeah.
Not scored in his last 9 games, having had 7 in his 6 prior to that, and he'd really caught fire kind of November, December time. Looked unstoppable. Certainly seems he's a young player, not played a lot of first team football. He seems like he's a confidence player, as probably most strikers are, to be fair, Ian. Yeah,
I mean, he definitely is. I mean, there was a spell there when he was flying. I mean, having watched him the last few weeks, his confidence is getting a wee dip, but yeah, after the other night there, you thought he might have been back on it today. He's just not quite taking up the good positions just now.
Lennon Miller, let's go back to his goalkeeper. Came off a Rangers player and into the arms of Balcom, and the Rangers fans are claiming that was a pass back, but it did take a deflection, I'm pretty sure, for a Rangers player before it went to Balcom, and the referee was happy with it. Now Motherwell counter-attacking. It's Slattery, he's into the Rangers box right hand side, gives it to Tom Sparrow, who puts it into the side netting. What a chance for Motherwell at the near post.
I mean, it's terrific play from Motherwell. Great underlapping run from Sparrow. I think he's got to maybe just try and cut that back. It was a real hard angle. Or certainly, if not, then just get the thing in target. Good chance.
Yeah, it really was. It was a tight angle for him, especially a right footer, but he's put it into the side net, and then Raskan is pressed by Halliday, and he's turned away from him and done really well. Although I say that, Andrews has been able to intercept his pass, and then it's been left by Gordon, and Eagleman has run in off the shoulder. Eagleman, left hand side of the box, gets a nick from Sparrow and gets the free kick on the left corner of the box.
It was a foul as well. I mean, he's complaining he's innocent, Sparrow, but it was a definite foul. Just a little, in Eagleman's favour, he tried to play on, but it was a foul. Yeah,
because if he didn't get that touch, he was running beyond down the side of the box. The Rangers with a free kick on the left corner of the penalty, then it's Tavernier and Hadji over it again. It's Rangers 0, Motherwell 1. We've played 24 minutes at Ibrox. Armstrong's goal after 9 is the difference. Tavernier is giving instructions to some of his teammates in the box. Motherwell with a line probably across the penalty spot, really. Propper's in there, Dessers, and it goes to the near post. Dessers is there, but with his back to goal, couldn't gather it. It's back out with Czerny. Czerny away from Sparrow initially, but he's recovered, gets a foot in, but that's nice from Czerny. He goes from distance with a left foot, and it had some pace on it, but it's over the top.
It is over the top, and Czerny is then trying to get the crowd up, but I would suggest him trying to get his effort on target. It was always going over. I mean, he struck it reasonably well, it was never ever going on target.
Yeah, he's a player who often just has one thing in his mind: get it on that left foot and get a shot away, which, to be fair, has been extremely effective for him this season. 15 goals. There's Raskan. Motherwell just guilty of giving it away again as Yilmaz goes on a little run through the middle of the pitch. He's done really well. The right back sliding challenge from Casey is perfectly timed and he wins it. Slattery to Balmer, who spoons it into the air. Jefte nudges it on the chest for Diamonde. Now Diamonde for Egeman, who left it for Hadji, who left it for Egeman, but Egeman has managed to recover and get there. Tries a chip pass, blocked, goes back to Egeman's feet. Now Jefte, infield to Diamonde. Diamonde slides it to Jefte on the left hand side of the box, gets the byline, curls it. Dessers, chance for the header, should have done better.
He should have done. I don't think he thought it was going to come to him. I think it was Gordon that I think he thought, Dessers thought he was going to head it and he ducked underneath it. And there was a lot of pace in the ball. All he had to do was get it to target. Yeah,
he was unmarked really as well. He peeled off. Then it just kind of came off the side of his head almost. Here's Thompson up the left touchline for Motherwell. Yilmaz has given away the free kick. Foul on Lennon Miller. Back in the Motherwell team in the last wee while after a month out with a foot injury. Such a big player for him. There's definitely a noticeable drop off when he was injured. As Gordon slides it through for Halliday. Halliday under pressure from Raskan, but gets away to Kai Andrews, who takes it on the turn and he's over halfway. Andrews onto the right foot, gives it infield to Lennon Miller. Miller halfway up Rangers territory, not the best pass for Halliday, and it's cannoning about, and then Liam Gordon has to go in and make a strong challenge to deny Dessers getting on the ball. It's now Rangers looking to work out from the edge of their own box. They've done it through Tierney and Diamonde. Is under pressure from Miller, who has tripped Diamonde, and it's a free kick. But the applause from Michael Wimmer tells you he's really happy with the pressure his team are putting on Rangers.
Absolutely. I mean, they're not going in ones and twos at times, like you said yourself. There was one time when they robbed Nicola Raskan that there was 4 round them. So it's really, really positive and aggressive and good from Motherwell.
27 played, Rangers 0, Motherwell 1. Yilmaz forward for Dessers. Tries the first time layoff to Tierney, but it was meat and drink for Dan Casey, who goes back to the goalkeeper Ellery Balcombe. Long for Miller, who flicks it on to no one because Armstrong had dropped in a wee bit. It's now with Yilmaz, who crosses the halfway line. Away from Miller, infield, again the pass is poor. Casey clears, only as far as Raskan. Now it's Diamonde to Tierney. Tierney comes backwards on the left foot and it's rolled to Tavernier. Raskan and proper, and Barry Ferguson saying he wants it fired out to this near side, which it has been. Jefte now Hadji, low cross, but it's straight to Kofi Balmer standing at the front post, and he clears it out for a throw in on this near side. Rangers 0, Motherwell 1. 29th minute at Ibrox as Motherwell enjoy the lead they have at the moment, but Rangers trying to cancel that out. Diamonde strike on the right foot deflected, and it skips off the turf and into the arms of Balcombe.
Yeah, he did well to get his strike away, but Jefte at this minute looks Rangers' best attacking option. He's looked really, really sharp coming down this left-hand side here.
Goalless in the other games in the Premiership at the moment. 1-0 to Motherwell here. And it's 1-0 Ayr United against Ayr Geonians. Goalless Dunfermline Morton. Falkirk lead Hamilton 1-0, and Queen's Park lead Raith Rovers 1-0 in the Championship. As Thompson plays it forward, Miller can't control, and Tavernier has given it away to Miller, who's taken it down the left touchline. Tavernier comes back across, gets a touch on the ball, but it breaks back for Miller. Nice pass infield for Slattery, who's capable from distance, but he's sliding it to Tom Sparrow. Sparrow for Motherwell, he puts it in the bottom corner, and Motherwell have doubled the lead at Ibrox, which falls into stunned silence. A brilliant move from Motherwell and a fine finish, low past Butland from Tom Sparrow. It is Rangers 0, Motherwell 2.
Well, listen, it's a great team goal. I think Lennon Miller's played a big part with a couple of really nice passes to isolate one of the other players, and then Sparrow again. I mean, I think that's about the third time he's got really, really high up from right wing back, and he's, I mean, I was just praising Jefte, but he was posted missing there. It was a huge hole down that side, and it's a really, really good finish. I don't think Butland's got any chance with that one, and I'm not saying Motherwell deserve to be 2 up, but they certainly deserve to win in the game, I think.
Well, they've had the better chances, you would have to say, as the goal is given and you can hear what Ibrox thinks of that, and Neil McCann's out. The technical area just asking for more urgency. Barry Ferguson looks on, and Rangers going to have to come from 2 down again. The second game in a row, 2 down after half an hour, and they need a response. Yilmaz, Czerny goes down the outside of Thompson into Igman, forward towards the edge of the box. Next slide for Yilmaz, who can't keep it in. It's beyond and out for a goal kick. Motherwell in dreamland at the moment.
Yeah, just overhit there. I mean, it was a simple 5-yard pass for Igman and just overhit it. That's not a sign of lack of confidence. It just was a really, really poor pass.
Yeah, and Tom Sparrow will be delighted because he had the one before from a similar position as you mentioned, and he's you're pointing out to me, and he's playing as almost a winger.
Yeah, I mean, he's right up. He's in line with Jeffy, the left fullback for Rangers.
Yeah, I wonder if they've just obviously spotted that Jeffy likes to get forward more than he likes to defend, which is certainly his strength as he controls here. Gives it forward to Hadji, who goes down under pressure from Halliday, and he wags a finger at Nick Walsh, the referee. The free kick is given, and Hadji and Slattery played on for a bit, and then a bit of a set 2, not much in it, as Nick Walsh tells Slattery to get on with it, and now Rangers get on with it as Proper takes it over halfway, dinks it to Jeffy on the left-hand side. First time header forward for Egeman. It's a nice ball, but Egeman is beaten by the sliding challenge of Liam Gordon. It's perfectly timed from Gordon. Rangers corner though.
It had to be as well, Thomas, because Egeman was just any touch in that ball, it would be a penalty kick, but it was perfectly timed.
Rangers corner on this near side. They trail by 2-0. Motherwell 2 up. Rangers looking to get back in this game. Hadji hoists it to the back post, but it's on top of Balcom, who I think could have probably caught that, but he's punched it. Hadji onto the left foot, back onto the right, and then back to Tavernier from deep the centre half. Tavernier today, and it's to the back post. Brilliant ball, and Dessers puts it into the side netting. Most of Ibrox thought that had gone into the roof of the net, and they thought they had one back. It's into the side netting.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's a great ball from Tavernier, and to be fair to Dessers, his movement's really good getting into that back area, but it was a tough chance, that one, though. That's not an easy chance. The angle was against him, and he just couldn't quite get it on target.
Here's Balmer as Motherwell look to play it from the back, but Diamondi's read that one, but it's poor from Igman, and a free kick has been given for Rangers. Halliday penalised, and they go quickly. Hadji, and then Sparrow is run into Diamondi. Hadji's playing on, gets the byline, puts it across, and Motherwell turn it behind for a Rangers corner. And the home fans narrate it. Motherwell player Sparrow running into Diamondi there. Advantage was played, and Rangers have the corner. 33.5 minutes played. It's Rangers 0, Motherwell 2. Hadji curls one high to the back post. Dessers is peeled off, but Casey this time gets a header. Milter controls it away from Czerny, tries to go beyond Yilmaz, doesn't manage it. Czerny wins it, and now it breaks for Dessers on the far side. Dessers slides it to Proper, who won't keep that in behind for a Motherwell goal kick.
I mean, it was a mirror image of the Egeman pass about 2 or 3 minutes ago. I mean, it always got to slide that into space. It's a 10-yard pass, and he's overhit it by 5.
Yeah, it's an easy one. There was a lot of grass to hit.
Yeah.
As referee Nick Walsh is, as he said, to wait here for something being checked on. They're checking for a possible red card here for violent conduct. I can only assume it's for the one down there with Diamondi, maybe. The check is complete, so nothing given. As will play on. There's a few probably Motherwell players and fans with hearts and mouths there, but the decision is play on, and Balcom takes the goal kick. Rangers 0, Motherwell 2. 35 on the clock. Armstrong flicks it for Slattery. Slattery uses his body and then falls over, gets back to his feet. Raskin's won it. Tavernier in his own box goes to Yilmaz. Yilmaz sends it long towards Dessers, who flicks it forward, but only to Liam Gordon, who controls it and then chases it forward. Slattery tried to cushion it into Armstrong's path, and he was body checked according to the referee by Robin Proper, and it will be a Motherwell free kick, central position, 35 yards from goal or so.
Yeah, I mean, I think he was. I mean, just going back to the Yilmaz receiving the ball in his own box. I mean, I don't know what the Rangers supporters were with Barry Thurston. There was a panic there. All he's done is just loop it up forward, and Dessers came up second best against Gordon again.
Ross County have taken the lead against Kilmarnock. Kieran Phillips with the goal in Dingwall. A big one, as they all are at this stage of the season in such a congested league. And now Slattery is on a heap on the Ibrox turf after feeling the effects of that challenge. Rangers 0, Motherwell 2. Rangers were 2-0 down against Kilmarnock midweek in Barry Ferguson's first game in interim charge. 2-0 down again here to Motherwell. They scored 4 unanswered goals at Rugby Park. Can they do the same here? And they would take 3 unanswered goals right now, as Neil McCann is in deep conversation with Václav Černý down in front of us on this near side, and now Barry Ferguson is having a word with him as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think the game at Rugby Park during the week, they got their goal just before half time. That was absolutely crucial. You get the feeling today, you know, they're going to need one before half time to give the crowd a lift, to give their players a lift, to get that extra bit of confidence going into the second half, because it's not been great, Thomas. It's not been a great performance thus far, and the two centre midfield players, I think, are getting killed a little bit, because, you know, the Hadji's playing a bit out here, and Černy's hugging the right touchline, and you know, it's just too much space for them to cover. Yeah,
well, Motherwell are kind of playing with 4 central midfielders, aren't they? With Slattery and Miller as 2 10s, and then the holders.
So they're coming back into that area to populate a bit. They're also getting up and pressing the ball as well, particularly the right wing back in particular, Sparrow. He's playing so high against Jeffrey. So
Motherwell free kick. Thompson leaves it for Lennon Miller, who dinks it in with the right foot, curls it towards the back post. Casey's round the back, quite far round the back, and Tavernier claims that it was off a Motherwell player, which it was. Goal kick to Rangers. Rangers now Motherwell 2. We've played 37.5 minutes at Ibrox. Rangers will be keen to get one back, as Hadji's done well to keep that ball in. It wasn't the best pass from Jefte. Tavernier, right centre back, as Yilmaz lofts it forward to Dessers. Flick up, and Raskin controls it, gives it to Hadji on the left hand side. Jefte's going to overlap. Hadji sends it in, it's taken a nick. Egeman with the control to try and open it up, but it's too far in front of him, and it's cleared by Motherwell. And the manager, Michael Wimmer, catches the ball, and he'll be delighted with what he's seen. They've had 3 good chances and taken 2 of them, and that's about as good as you can ask for as a manager. Still a long way to go though in this game. Big switch from Rangers. Jefte plays it first time, it comes off Sparrow and comes back to him, and he'll accept the corner kick on this near side.
Yeah, lovely pass from Tavernier and a great take from Jefte. And I've said before, he's doing really well going forward, but Sparrow is causing real problems going the other way on his side.
Hadji on this near side is going to take with the right foot. Near post, Egeman's there, kind of stooped to head it, and he sends it to the back post over his head. Casey's there with a header from Motherwell. Dessers with a nudge on Miller. The referee gives the free kick, and you can hear what the home fans think of that. It was probably a foul.
It probably was. I thought it was a soft one. I thought it went down pretty easy, and he's kind of bought the free kick, but most referees are going to give it, that's for sure.
Massive goal at Dens. Dundee nil, St Johnstone 1. Mackenzie Kirk with another goal, having scored the winner midweek for St Johnstone, who, the great escape, you'd have to say. Still plenty of time in that game as well. Very much on for them.
I think, Thomas, I've just noticed that they've got the word on to Egeman to play a little bit deeper off Cyril Dessers. I think his starting position has been way too high in the game.
Yeah, well, that's where he tended to play when they did play alongside each other, tail end of Philippe Clement's era. It was a kind of 4-2-3-1 with one of them in the 10, and I'm never sure it's quite clicked between those two up front, but We'll see as this game unfolds. Here's Hadji, controls it on the left-hand side, comes in on the right foot and drags one well wide of the target.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he'd made his mind up to shoot before he'd taken his touch forward, and he didn't take a good enough touch forward to I mean, he'd every right to have a shot, he'd every right to cut inside and use Jeffy as a decoy, but once he'd taken a poor touch, it was never on to shoot, and hence it was a really poor effort.
Yeah, it was miles off the target. It was dragged low, about 10 yards past Balcombe's near post. Rangers 0, Motherwell 2. As we approach the break, Balcombe goes long, low kick, and it bounces, and Jeffy heads it. Hadji up in the air. Kai Andrews is underneath it, heads it forward, proper for Czerny. Back for Yilmaz. Yilmaz under pressure from the wing-back Thompson. Comes off Thompson and breaks for Andrews, and Miller back to Casey, the centre-half for Motherwell. Left centre-half of the three. And now it's Liam Gordon, Casey burrows round, fires it into Slattery with the right foot. Really good pass. Slattery though crowded out by Hadji and Raskan, and it's sent forward by Motherwell. Jeffy's header only as far as Slattery. Slattery nicks it off Jeffy, and it's for Sparrow, the goal scorer, and Sparrow gets the return from Slattery into Lennon Miller, tries to take it on the turn. Rangers with it in their own box. Jeffy stays calm as does Raskan, gives it to Diamondi. Kai Andrews comes across to pressure Diamondi. Now it's with Hadji, who turns away from Sparrow, but Motherwell get back in numbers. Rangers have to start again here. Rangers 0, Motherwell 2. Yilmaz, Diamondi, Yilmaz going through the middle of the pitch and slides a wonderful one to Eagleman, but Balcombe is quick up his line to smother it, and the chance for Rangers is gone. Ruud van Yilmaz looked lively, playing it right back again for Rangers this afternoon, and that does say a lot, I think, Ian, that you've got a left back playing right back and Tavernier a right back playing right centre half.
Yeah, I mean, it's been like that for a number of weeks now. They're throwing makeshift back fours together, and hasn't been good enough. I think they're getting players back now with Balogun, and I think Suter, by all accounts, is not far away, and Sterling as well.
Back to Balcombe. Simon Murray has equalised for Dundee against St Johnstone, so it's 1-1 in that game. Dens, Ross County 1-0 up against Kilmarnock in the other 3 o'clock kickoff. Raskan takes it from Slattery, outside of the boot, passes a miss, and it goes to Halliday. Now it's Andrews, heavy touch, and it's very scrappy in that middle of the pitch area. Czerny has it now, over halfway, out the centre circle, can't force the pass to Yilmaz, and it's turned over. And now it's Kai Andrews. Kai Andrews coming forward, halfway up the Rangers half, goes backwards to Lennon Miller. He's got time and space. Miller nudges it to Halliday. Now Dessers puts a bit of pressure on, but it's Motherwell who have it. They're knocking it about at the back. 2 minutes to the break, and Motherwell 2 goals up against Rangers at Ibrox. Gordon for Halliday. Halliday outside of the boot to Sparrow on this touchline. Sparrow comes in the pitch. Then Armstrong's made the run across the edge of the box, gets it, gives it to Slattery, looks up, dummies the cross. He's up against Jeffy, puts it down the outside looking for Armstrong, but he had 2 blue jerseys for company, and they managed to shield it out for a goal kick. Yeah,
listen, just a little word about the body language of the Rangers players at times. There's too many of them waving their hands in the air when things don't go right. Nicola Raskin just did it, Dessers does it all the time, Hadji does it. It's too much of it.
Jeffy to Raskan. Rangers, as it stands, heading for a 3rd straight home defeat, which does not happen often. Last time was 2012, the last time they failed to win in 3 home games, 2017. Here's Hadji in the middle of the pitch. He gives it with the left foot to Jeffy on the left touchline. Jeffy doesn't have much support. He's weaving, trying to get away from Sparrow, gives it to Hadji. Now Diamondi for Jeffy in line with the edge of the box on the left hand side, gives it for Raskan, left hand side, gets onto the right foot, that's good from Raskan to the back post. Casey wins the header, and Armstrong, a long ponytail, flicks it, but only as far as Diamondi, takes away from Slattery, left footed strike, and Balcombe has to push that over the top, and that is about as close as Rangers have come.
Yeah, listen, it's a good effort, and I mean, there's a good bit of pace in the ball. A comfortable save would suggest. It was good to see the Balcombe didn't make a big issue of it. He didn't do a big, huge mad dive. He just tucked over the bar.
Yeah, pushed it over. It was a good hit from Diamondi with a left foot. Hadji's going across to the far side in front of the Motherwell fans to take this corner kick. And we're just about hit 45 minutes as it's curled in. It's a dangerous one. Propper's there, but Motherwell defend it. Flicked header away. Desser's on this near side. Now to Yilmaz. He's going to cross it to the back post of the left foot. It's a dangerous enough ball, and Thompson thought he could take no risks and stoops to head it behind for another Rangers corner. It's taken quickly to the feet of Czerny. Czerny puts on to the left foot, corner of the box. Back to Tavernier. Tavernier sends it in with the right foot. It's the header, and it's over the top. It was Propper, I think, who got the flick on.
Yeah, it would need to be a really wonderful header to score from there. It was a floated ball in. He's about 12 yards, penalty spot-ish. We need to go right in at the top corner to beat Balcom from there.
We've played the 45 minutes. I have to admit I missed any signal for added time. So we play on for now with this Motherwell goal kick.
We had the goal check, didn't we, for Motherwell's first goal, maybe a minute or two.
And we had the brief red card check as well, as Balcom plays it long, goal kick. Armstrong's flick. Propper sends it forward. Gordon returns it for Motherwell, then Raskin, then Gordon again to Propper. Won by Armstrong, but Tavernier sends it up to Dessers. And now it's Egeman with a flick. Controls it well and gives it to Jefte. Raskin. Rangers looking for one goal back before the break. They trail by 2. It's up to Dessers, into Egeman. Egeman bobbing and weaving on the edge of the box. Low strike, comfortable enough again for Ellery Balcom.
It was better from Egeman. I thought he could maybe have taken it on another couple of yards because his first touch was terrific.
Half time in the other 2 games, so Ross County 1 Kilmarnock 0, Dundee 1, St Johnstone 1 in the Premiership, and it's Rangers 0 Motherwell 2 here as we probably get the final action of the first half. Lennon Miller controls, gives it to Tom Sparrow, who leaves it, thinks he's offside, and Slattery gets there, back heel flick to Sparrow. He's going to keep it in on the byline, flashes it across goal, and Yilmaz chests it back comfortably to Jack Butland, who rolls it out to Václav Czerny on the right hand side. He's short of halfway. Jinks infield, gives it to Tavernier, then Czerny for Raskin. We've played over 2 minutes, nearly 2.5 minutes at the end of this first half. Hadji on the left hand side slides it down to Jefte, but it's overhead.
I mean, I'm sure it's the third time that's happened. You know, it's a great little run from Jefte, and underlaps happened twice on the far side, and it was a 10-yard pass, overhit by about 10 yards. Really, really poor.
Yeah, it's just a couple of them, as you say, just so much grass to hit. But trying to almost be, I don't know, try to be too precise though, that makes any sense. But Rangers 0 Motherwell 2, live on Sportsound on BBC Radio Scotland Extra. They've played 3 added minutes at the end of this first half. Balcom goes long with a goal kick. Armstrong battling with Jefte, wins the header. Diamonde's underneath the seconds, and it's Hadji, controls, plays it forward to Dessers. Dan Casey's come across and put it out and into the stands, and Dessers looking to get on with it, throws it quickly to Hadji. Hadji onto the left foot, looking for that little space to cross, dummies onto the right foot, sends it into the area. Egeman is on the edge of the 6-yard box, but Motherwell get a flick on it, and then Miller helps it away. Still we're playing here at Ibrox at the end of this first half. Jefte lets it run across his body. Jefte up the line to Hadji. Hadji blocked as he tried to play the ball down the touchline, and it's a Rangers throw. Rangers desperate for a goal before the break that would change the atmosphere in here and start sowing a few seeds of doubt in Motherwell minds, because at the moment they have a 2-goal cushion at Ibrox. Yilmaz tried to jink in field, but it was too easy for Lennon Miller to read, and now the youngster is dancing with the ball in a dangerous area. Keeps hold of it though, gives it to Thompson, who lashes it up to halfway. Rangers have it. Raskin backwards to Propper. Now it's Tavernier. We've played 4 minutes at the end of this half. We did have the Robin Propper injury as well, where he got his head bandaged up. As Thompson nicks it to Armstrong, gets it back. Thompson, the Motherwell wing back, runs into traffic. Now it's Yilmaz on the right touchline. He's dispossessed by Kai Andrews. Andrews, pass blocked by Diamonde, very scrappy in midfield as Casey heads it up the left touchline for Motherwell. Czerny heads it, and now there's a stoppage for Yilmaz, who's down on the turf, and I guess that might be that at the end of this first half at Ibrox, as It's a bounce ball. Yilmaz goes back to Tavernier. This will be the last play of the first half. Jefte tries to come in field, gets the break of the ball off Slattery. Jefte goes outside Halliday, he's tripped, and the yellow card is going to come out for Andy Halliday, and I think that is perhaps the totting up process there, as Halliday is the first player in the book, and the Motherwell captain retreats into the box, and Motherwell going to have to defend. We've played 50 minutes of the first half as Rangers get the chance to put this into the box. Tavernier and Hadji are over it. Motherwell have defended their box relatively comfortably so far, but they've got one last thing to do to get into the sheds. 2 goals in front. Tavernier and Hadji. It's going to be the left foot of Hadji, and he sends it deep, and Raskan's free, heads it into the middle of the box, headed by Motherwell, and then Slattery hooks it, and it spins behind, and that is the half-time whistle at Ibrox. Boos ring around as the Motherwell fans cheer because their side are 2-0 in front. Luke Armstrong tapped in after a Butland error. It was initially ruled out for offsides on 9 minutes, but after a VAR check confirmed it was onside, and that was 1-0 Motherwell, and it was 2 on 30 minutes when a brilliant move from Motherwell down the left-hand side. Slattery put in Sparrow, who finished low past Butland into the far corner to make it 2-0 to Motherwell. Rangers have had a few shots in response. Balcom's had to tip one over from Diamonde. Dessers had one at the back post, which he put into the side net, and there have been a few other shots from distance, but not enough from a Rangers point of view. At the moment, they're going to have to come from 2 down for the second game in a row if they want to win as they did on Wednesday night at Rugby Park. Half-time at Ibrox, and it's Rangers 0, Motherwell 2.
As many managers as we can fit in as possible, and then we'll start to build up to our second commentary match of the day. That one comes from Paisley tonight, St Mirren against Celtic. That one kicks off at 5:30, so plenty more to come on Sports Sound on BBC Radio Scotland.
Chance, and it's a goal! Oh, what a goal!
All the action from all the biggest games.
Oh, it's the second goal!
This is Open All Mics from Sports Sound.
From BBC Radio Scotland.
You're listening to Sports Sound on BBC Radio Scotland. Just 3 games in the top flight kicked off at 3 o'clock this afternoon, but no shortage of drama, particularly at Ibrox. Let's get to our commentary team there of Ian McCall and Thomas Duncan.
Yeah, Kenny, I'm sure Barry Ferguson is already getting sick in his short time as Rangers manager, is going 2 goals down after just about half an hour, because that's what's happened here at Ibrox. Motherwell have been excellent, Rangers not so much. The visiting sides just been disciplined when they've needed to be, and then when they have had the ball, they've been really efficient in getting forward, and they've had 3 really good chances and have taken 2 of them crucially. First goal, 9 minutes, and it comes from a mistake. Well, 2 mistakes really. First, Butland rolls it out to Dessers as he looked to counter quickly. Dessers took a poor touch, he was robbed. It breaks for Casey on the edge of the box. He puts a fairly tame shot in at Butland, but he spills it and it rolls across the box, and Luke Armstrong reacted really well to tap in his second Motherwell goal in his short spell at the club. It was ruled out on the pitch. The linesman's flag on this near side was up very quickly indeed, but VAR Gavin Duncan had a second look, drew the lines, and saw that in fact it was onside. The goal was given, and Motherwell were 1 up after 9 minutes, and it would get even better for Michael Wimmer and his side just at the half-hour mark. It was really nice football up the left-hand side, really good passing. Lennon Miller was involved. He gave it to Slattery, who laid in Tom Sparrow, who had put one in the side netting from a similar position not long before. This time he made no mistake. He was a bit more infield, controlled it and slotted it low beyond Jack Butland, who didn't really have any chance with it. It was a brilliant finish, and as you can imagine, this place, which was pretty buoyant pre-match, you know, Barry Ferguson came out, he was announced to the crowds, it was very warm, it was very energetic, and very quickly it turned very flat, as it has been a lot recently for Rangers, and currently facing a 3rd straight home defeat, and they have not fashioned too many clear-cut chances. Dessers had one at the back post, which was a difficult one to take. He put it into the side net, and Diamonde's had a shot tipped over as well. There have been another couple of efforts which Balcom has had to deal with, but nothing too gilt-edged from a Rangers point of view, Ian McCall, and you could hear the boos ringing out at half-time.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the first goal is a killer for Rangers, obviously. And first of all, you've got to give Motherwell all sorts of credit because they've been really aggressive in how they've played the game. Their anticipation of second balls in the middle of the pitch and how to get up in the game, how to get up in your opponent was just miles ahead of Rangers. And one of their game plans, quite obviously, is to utilise the space behind Jeffrey because, and, you know, counter Robin Propper's lack of pace down that side, and they've got in there the whole day. And you know, there's another every time the ball goes in for Rangers, they're not getting enough players into position where they can score a goal.
Yep, and Rangers are going to have to try and come from 2 down for the second game in a row if they want to avoid a third straight home defeat, which hasn't happened since 2012, Kenny.
Yeah, thank you to the guys here. There's the option of full second half commentary to come from that game at Ibrox. Stephen Craigan is on Open All Mike's duty for us. From a Motherwell perspective, Stephen, thoroughly deserving of their advantage at the break?
Yeah, well, I think they've been clinical, certainly when the opportunities have been presented to them, and that's always the one issue when you come to one of the bigger venues. First of all, is creating the chances. You don't normally get many of them, but then when they do arrive, can you be clinical, can you put them away? And they've absolutely done that today, and they've grown in confidence since then. Their belief in possession of the ball, they've just made a couple of individual errors with regards to their passing choices. They're maybe trying to overplay too much because they're feeling that good about themselves, so they want to try and keep it at nil with regards from defending perspective as long as they possibly can, just to add to the restlessness and the uneasiness that's reverberating around this stadium. Because if Rangers get a quick goal after half-time, suddenly the whole momentum starts to change. But Michael Bimmer will be absolutely delighted with his players. It's been a tough week for them physically without the ball, and with the ball they've had to put so much effort in because he's trying to change their style of play. But they're certainly in a good place, but this game isn't over yet.
Certainly fantastic so far for Motherwell. Of course, Hearts play tomorrow, but Motherwell right now, looking at the live table, they are back into the top 6. We will now focus on the game down at the bottom of the table. Willie Miller is at Dens Park for us. Dundee against St Johnstone. The half-time report, Willie.
Yeah, Kenny, it's 1-1 here at half-time, and I was expecting more urgency about this game. There hasn't been that. There hasn't been too many opportunities. The calmest team is definitely St Johnstone, and Dundee have not really been anywhere close to being the team that was that Tony Docherty had put together. It took until around about the 30-minute mark until an opportunity was actually created, and it was a really excellent chance for St Johnstone. Adamas Adibe should have found the back of the net. Fantastic work by Dre Wright down the left-hand side. Hits the byline, cuts it back with pace. The striker is unmarked. All he has to do is open up his foot, get the side foot on it and slot it into the back of the net. He takes this enormous backswing, a huge swipe at the ball, trying to take the net off the back of the goals. Almost misses it completely. It has a little contact on it and it just falls for Carson in goals. But St Johnstone did take the lead, and it was a peach of a goal. Sam Curtis down the right-hand side, gets his head up, he sees Mackenzie Kirk running towards the near post. He clips it on to the striker's head, and with the forehead he just glides it into the far top corner, giving the goalkeeper no chance whatsoever. You would have thought if they'd have held on to half-time that that would have given them confidence, come out in this second half and take this game once again to Dundee, but that didn't happen. It was 43 minutes, only 3 minutes after that goal that Dundee got the equaliser. It was Donnelly with the long throw-in. Shaughnessy flicks it on, very simple set-piece goal, and there was Simon Murray at the back post just to nod it into the back of the net. So very even here at half-time, although I think that St Johnstone have just edged it. It's 1-1 at Dens.
Thanks to Willie Miller. Next up, Dingwall. Ross County at home to Kilmarnock. Let's hear from John Robertson.
Yeah, in half-time in the Highlands, it's Ross County 1, Kilmarnock 0. Not a lot going on here in terms of proactive football, good football. It's been a real battle. There's no doubt Kilmarnock certainly started the brighter side of a very sharp, and David Watts in particular was causing problems, not through good play, but his long throw-ins. He was launching them into the box in the penalty spot, and one such throw-in landed at the feet of Brad Lyons, where he's back to goal. He tried to manipulate an overhead kick, it just floated over the bar, but then the big chances came for Kilmarnock after 15 minutes, and it was Route 1 football. Kieran O'Hara just kicked one out of his hands right down the length of the park. It wasn't dealt with Tompkinson, and that allowed Marley Watkins to run through. He smashed one from 12 yards, which Amisa beat out right back to the striker. He smashed a second one from about 8 yards, and once more the big Ross County goalkeeper parried it away. That was about it in terms of chances for Kilmarnock. Ross County didn't actually create any much more themselves. Their first attack of the game, 35 minutes, the ball was played over the top. It was poor defending from Wright. He allowed John White to get in behind him, and he tried to get back to him, and O'Hara came out. They all kind of collided. The ball popped over the three of them, and it was a foot race to get into the box between the aforementioned Wright and Kieran Phillips, and it was Phillips who managed to get there. Wright smashing the ball against him. The ball ended up in the roof of the net, and Ross County were in the lead. It reverted back to the first 15 minutes, Kilmarnock on top, but not creating any chances whatsoever. Lots of perspiration, little inspiration, but Ross County don't care. At half-time in the Highlands, it's Ross County 1, Kilmarnock 0.
Thanks to John Robertson. So in the top flight, 3 o'clock kickoffs, Dundee 1, St Johnstone 1, Rangers 0, Motherwell 2, Ross County 1, Kilmarnock 0, 5:30 start, St Mirren at home to Celtic. Full coverage to come right here on BBC Radio Scotland. We're covering 3 games in the Championship this afternoon. First stop, New Douglas Park, Hamilton Accies at home to Falkirk. Let's get the latest from Chick Young.
Yeah, half-time situation, Accies 2, Falkirk 1, and it's all getting very interesting at the top of this championship race as we stand. Falkirk remain top, 53 points, but only in goal difference from Livingston, and just 2 points ahead of Ayr United. Now they both played 26 games, Livingston 27. It's Accies who have breezed there, paying at the bottom of the league by, at the moment, leading here by 2-1. As I said, Liam Henderson with a magnificent header for the Bairns after 20 minutes. Corner on the right-hand side, swung across, saw it coming a long way out. He just headed that ball beyond Dean Linus. But Accies got themselves back into it with 2 fantastic goals. Regan Tumulty with a drive, a curling drive from about 30 or maybe 25 to 30 yards. I saw it swerving beyond Nicky Hoddard, and then in the wake of that, what a strike from Stuart McKinstry out on the left-hand side, and absolutely shelled it into the back of the Falkirk net to give Accies a 2-1 lead. This game was held up for 5 minutes while they dealt with some firecrackers thrown from the Falkirk Ultra as well. The firecrackers are coming from Hamilton Accies. In a football sense this afternoon, it's a great game, great entertainment. This championship always delivers, Kenny. Half-time here at New Douglas Park is Accies 2, Falkirk 1.
Thanks to Chick Young, certainly it's delivering down at Somerset Park for the home side. Ayr United against Airdrie there for us, Kenny Crawford.
Yeah, we're a few minutes into the second half, Kenny. Ayr United 3, Airdrie 0. It's fair to say that the bounce-back ability that Scott Brown was talking about has been emphatic down here. Quite simply, Airdrie can't cope with the physical presence of Oakley and Main up front. They can't cope with the quality of McLennan and Roos in midfield, and they definitely can't cope with the deliveries of Jay Henderson, which have had a hand in all 3 goals. Curtis Main's opened his account, George Oakley's got his 16th of the season, and George Stanger's got in the act as well. So it's a good day if you're called George down at Somerset Park. Ayr 3, Airdrie 0 at the moment.
Thanks to Kenny Crawford. Next stop, Starts Park. Raith Rovers are home to Queen's Park. There for us is Alan Preston.
Well, it's 1-0 with Queen's Park, Kenny. We're into the second half, but the only goal of the match came in 28 minutes. Paul Hanlon in his own box, dilly-dallied on the ball. Droz took it off him and rolled it to Zach Rudden, who had the simplest task from 7 yards just to roll it into the back of the net. We almost got a second, and Queen's second Rudden 7 minutes later with a right foot effort just over the top of the crossbar. Hanlon tried to redeem himself for a header, but straight at Ferry, and we're into the second half, and I've just seen a wonderful save again from Callum Ferry. Jamie Gullen, who's back from his he was over in Ireland for a spell, he hit a free kick from 25 yards and Ferry's tipped it onto the bar, and they've scored us a second goal for Queen's Park. 2-0 it is. That's a big goal, massive goal. Adam Devine it is, on loan from Rangers. They were never really in it, as I'm just saying about that save from Gullen. Free kick tipped onto the bar. Raith Rovers go up the park. Queen's Park go up the park. It's played to Adam Devine. He swivels and turns with his left foot and goes in off the post into the back of the net. They've doubled their lead. Raith Rovers 0, Queen's Park 2.
Thanks, Alan Preston. So in the Championship, Ayr United 3, Airdrie 0, Dunfermline Athletic 0, Morton 1, Hamilton Accies 2, Falkirk 1, and as I've just been hearing, Raith Rovers 0, Queen's Park 2 in League One this afternoon. Alloa Athletic 0, Cove Rangers 1, Arbroath 1, Annan Athletic 0, Dumbarton 0, Stenhousemuir 3, Inverness Cally Thistle 0, Montrose 1, Queen of the South 0, Kelty Hearts 1 in League 2. Stranraer have just scored away at Edinburgh City, so 1-0 to Stranraer in that one. Forfar Athletic 0, Clyde 0, Peterhead 1, Elgin City 0, Spartans 1, Bonnyrigg Rose 0, Stirling Albion 0, the leaders East 5-0. So once the second half commentary, second half gets underway, we'll cross to live commentary again from that game at Ibrox. A real story developing once again in that ground this afternoon. Motherwell, can they hang on and take 3 points there, following on from St Mirren's fantastic victory there last Saturday? While we wait on that game getting back underway, let's get back around the grounds. Let's get to Willie Miller at Dens Park. Back underway there, Willie?
It is, yeah. I've been on the go now for about 3 or 4 minutes. Nothing to report in the second half, other than there was one change. Dundee made the change. Mo Silla come off at half time, and Finlay Robertson come on to give them a little bit more control.
Oh, brilliant save. What a save that is. Sorry, Willie. Zach Ruddin's played through. This would have been the game over. Keeper makes himself big. Josh Ray, Ruddin's through inside the box, hits it straight at the goalie, almost 3-0.
Yeah, I can see Barry Ferguson making changes at Ibrox. We'll get details of that just shortly. Time again for a choice of listening on sports.
It's 3-0!
Right, take it away, Alan, quickly.
What a goal that is! Well, I've seen some goals today. This time it's Adam Montgomery. We've had a Rangers player and a Celtic player scored goals. He cuts into his right foot and he rifles it. That is right in the postage stamp. It hits the bar in the post at the same time and bounces home. This game looks to be done.
Yeah, I'm going to have to be quick here.
Queen's Park 3.
Goals flying in, so choice of listening once again on sports. And stick with us on BBC Sounds 92 to 95 FM for Open All Mics. For full commentary of Rangers against Motherwell, tune to Radio Scotland Extra, Digital and 810 Media Wave, and both options available online, bbc.co.uk/Sports Scotland.
Football from Sports Sound.
Brilliant drop of the shoulder! Oh! From BBC Radio Scotland.
There's no substitute.
Welcome back to Ibrox, where we're underway in this second half and where Barry Ferguson has made a triple change at half-time in response to going 2 goals down. Tom Lawrence, Nadine Bayrami and Leon Balogun have all come onto the pitch. Robin Proper, Yanis Hadji and Hamza Igman are the players to have been withdrawn, so we'll see if it has the desired effect, and I'll let Ian McCall observe before we get a shout about where everyone's playing and how that might affect things. But here's Slattery from Motherwell battling in his own half, goes down a tad easily but gets the free kick from the referee Nick Walsh over on the far sides. Now Barry Ferguson didn't hesitate to change things in the first half at Rugby Park, withdrawing Clinton and Ciala. It proved effective as Rangers slowly turned the tide. He's made 3 at the break here, and we'll see how it unfolds as Tavernier still at right centre half and Balogun left, at least.
Yeah.
As it's played forward, and Balogun with his first action is to head it out of defence. Lawrence is in there, and then Diamonde sends it forward. It's over Czerny, and Dessers can't get there. Casey steps in. Casey turns back and gives it to Halliday. Halliday to Andrews, who's swamped by 3 Rangers players, and Diamonde gets it, and now it's Czerny. Czerny trying to go past Thompson, and it comes off the Rangers player and goes for another throw in, Ian.
Yeah, that just went more a rigid 4-2-3-1. Lawrence is now playing off Dessers. Barami is now playing out wide in the left, Czerny wide in the right, and it's just a straight swap for, obviously, for centre back for Proper.
Thrown up the line by Motherwell. Armstrong fouls Yilmaz. It'll be a Rangers free kick in front of the dugouts at Ibrox. Rangers only won 2 games in the Premiership this season when they've conceded the first goal. One of them was on Wednesday night as Yilmaz stabs it forward, but it's straight to Casey now. Andrews, Miller, Thompson chips it up the left touchline. Tavernier comes from centre half to control with the right boot into Lawrence. Now back out to Yilmaz, and then Czerny. Czerny shimmies and drives infield, still going, running right across the pitch. Václav Czerny then passes out to Jefte, left corner of the box. Jefte goes down the outside, cross blocked, and then it's headed by Balmer, drops for Czerny. He'll strike it on the half volley, and it bobbles towards the Motherwell goal, but Balcom's able to dive on it.
Yeah, one of the things they haven't addressed, I'm not sure if they're able to, maybe Sterling's not able to come on, but Yilmaz and Czerny coming down the right hand side, they're making the pitch so narrow, you know, nobody's holding their width. As soon as Czerny gets it, takes it inside. Yilmaz wants to go inside, not enough width for Rangers on this side.
Here's Liam Balogun forward to Jefte. Jefte drives in the pitch, then goes back out and Sparrow pursues him. Jefte still has it, drives forward, and Halliday comes across and then plays it forward, and Motherwell will get the free kick. Caught just on the edge of the box, and the yellow card comes out there for, was that Bayrami that was booked or Jefte? Who was the culprit there? Just caught Kofi Balmer late as the free kick is given and the yellow card is flashed. So a yellow card apiece at Ibrox. And Balcom is going to take this free kick after not check in the background, but it's just going to be the yellow cards. And now Rangers have it. Balogun battles and spreads the play to Dessers on the right hand side. Dessers is down the outside and back to Czerny. Czerny to Yilmaz. Yilmaz to Diamonde, gets it back in a central midfield position, then to Tavernier. Tavernier running through the middle of the pitch. Space is shut off by Halliday, and it's now Balogun, and out to Jefte, the left back. Goes outside with a pass to Bayrami, and then it's Balogun. Balogun all the way back to Jack Butland in goal. And Rangers still with plenty of time in this game, but trailing by 2-0. Armstrong and Sparrow netting in the first half for Motherwell as Rangers come forward, but Kai Andrews has done well in midfield for Motherwell, and it's Dom Thompson, and then first time pass from Halliday to Miller. He's crowded out and tries to go through the legs of Czerny, and that's loose, and the pass from Diamonde looking for Dessers wasn't good enough, and Motherwell get off the hook there. Lennon Miller just giving the ball away in a tight area, which is not like him to be fair, but Sparrow. Motherwell trying to build up. Halliday pings it backwards, and it's with Liam Gordon, who goes back to his goalkeeper Balcom, controls it, and it's out to Balmer, who goes long. That was Jefte, who was booked for that challenge earlier. Here is Bayrami, gives it for Jefte, who's out-muscled by Sparrow. Good challenge, and then Slattery lays it back to Sparrow, and the return up the line is for Slattery, and Slattery is trying to get the sun out of his eyes as he comes down the right touchline, and he's switched into midfield, and Dom Thompson's made a run from deep, and only belatedly does Václav Czerny come back and track him, but the ball doesn't go to Thompson quick enough, and then when it does eventually go to him, his touch is poor, and Rangers can recycle here, and they're firing it up to Dessers. Dessers powering into the ground to try and catch this ball on the touchline, which he does. He's up against Gordon. Dessers back to Czerny, takes it on the left foot, and poor pass, and Lennon Miller mops up on the edge of his own box, plays it long, and Armstrong flicks it forwards. But Ian, if Motherwell moved it quicker to this near side, that was on there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing, Balogun has given him a wee bit of strength there. He's winning some balls in there. You saw again there Armstrong beating Tavernier in there.
Here's Diamonde, fizz it into Lawrence, now Czerny. Lawrence on the edge, looks for the little run of Dessers, but it's cut out by Motherwell, and now Kai Andrews, nudged by Diamonde, but he stayed strong, the teenager, done well. Now it's Slattery on the turn, just about keeps his footing. Now it's with Sparrow, the right wing back, crosses halfway for Motherwell, scored the second goal. Slattery, Halliday, now Slattery squeezes it through a gaff, and Lennon Miller's going to get onto this, and Thompson's made a run. If Miller can find him, Thompson's there, there's a run at the back post, he strikes it, Butland puts the glove up and makes the save, and the flag goes up against Dom Thompson, and I have to say, I'm not sure he should have been offside there, Ian.
No, he should have been. He's looked right along the line. I thought Lennon Miller might have reversed it into the other side and into the central area, but a good save nonetheless from Butland, but obviously offside.
Here's Jefte for Rangers, trailing by 2-0. They've played 52, nearly 53 minutes at Ibrox. As Bayrami comes infield, and now it's Balogun, Tavernier in the centre circle, low pass, Yilmaz slipped but recovered. Now it's Yilmaz forward for Lawrence, sliding challenge, breaks for Diamondi. Now it's with Bayrami, moving towards the edge of the box, puts the pass in, sliding challenge. It's back now with Raskan and Bayrami. Bayrami to Jefty, left-hand side of the area, low cross, spins right across goal, and there's no one in blue there, but Czerny's now at the back post. Czerny with a footwork on the touchline, and he's running to Lennon Miller, who wins the ball and then thumps it clear up this touchline.
Yeah, listen, that's just selfish play for me from Czerny, and to be honest, 3 or 4 seconds earlier, if he commits to running into the box, into that back post, he'll score a tap-in.
Yeah, it came right across, dangerous ball from Jefty, took a nick on its way through, and now Rangers come again. Lawrence, back to Raskan, now Tavernier slides it to Yilmaz, first time pass, and it's missed by Casey, strike, it's in, Dessers scores, and Rangers have one back. Dessers pounces on a mistake at the back from Motherwell, and it is game on once more. Rangers 1, Motherwell 2.
I mean, a horrendous mistake, and Dessers has finished it well, but I mean, if Ellery Balcom just stands up, he's just going to hit him. It's right down the centre of the goal, but exactly what Rangers needed, and it was gift wrapped and handed on a plate from Motherwell.
Yeah, don't know why that was left by Dan Casey, and there's an inquest at the back amongst the Motherwell back three as well, as we await confirmation that this goal is good. And Cyril Dessers has his 21st goal of the season. The goal is confirmed as good, and it is Rangers 1, Motherwell 2, and the comeback is on again for Rangers. 21 for the season for Dessers, and that's a foul though from Raskan on Slattery. Dessers, he was just, Casey left it and he just ran in off the shoulder like a good number 9 and took the foot through it, lashed it beyond Balcom.
Yeah, I don't know what Casey was doing leaving it. He obviously didn't get a shout to leave it. Dessers was running nice and sharp, stuck it in.
It's played down the line by Motherwell. Slattery will get there. Slattery goes down and gets the free kick. And Jefty and Lawrence are complaining.
But what's Yilmaz talking to the referee for? You know, he's over here in the right back position. It happened to the way in the left-hand touchline. Why is he getting involved talking to the referee? Just improve your passing.
I think that's what Liam Balogun is suggesting. He went in to grab him and move him off to the right-hand side. And Motherwell have a free kick. It's right down next to the corner flag on the far side, in front of the Broomloan end at Ibrox, in front of the Motherwell fans. They've seen their side go 2-0 up, but have been pegged back. It's that strike from Cyril Dessers a moment ago. 56 on the clock. Set piece has been an area of weakness for Rangers this season, and it's going to be Andy Halliday to deliver, and Nick Walsh is telling the players to settle down, the referee, and Halliday's good to take now, and he curls it in. It's a dangerous ball, and it finishes right across, and it's gone for a Motherwell corner kick.
Yeah, you're right, John. Terrific delivery from Andy Halliday. I couldn't quite see. I think it might have been Tavernier that won the header. I think he got a decent touch that either Tavernier or Balogun in the central area.
Yeah, that left foot of Andy Halliday, he's fired it right into the 6-yard box. No touch from a Motherwell player. Lennon Miller on this near side now. He's going to take the corner kick. Motherwell substitutes out warming up. Rangers have already made 3 at the break. As Miller steps up, delivers to the near post. It's a header from Lawrence, and now the counter's on for Rangers. Dessers, Halliday comes across and puts a strong challenge in and wins it, and he's taken a sore one in the process, the Motherwell captain. And then Dessers has taken the throw in they've taken it about 10 yards forward, further forward than it actually was, and Yilmaz has got on with it anyway. As it's played forward to Jefty on the left-hand side. Halliday's back on his feet for Motherwell now. Moving okay, he's limping slightly. There's Yilmaz, pressured by Thompson, goes back to Tavernier. Tavernier switches it, headed out of the Motherwell defence, and Slattery's onto it. Slattery waiting for the run of Andrews, and it was blocked by Balogun and out for a Motherwell throw-in. Rangers 1, Motherwell 2.
Yeah, good tidy player, Slattery, a nice player. I mean, I've seen him before once or twice, but he's certainly got ability.
Yeah, he's a massive player for Motherwell. Been out for a year.
Yeah.
And the knee injury, came back in January. And yeah, his ball playing ability
Yeah, it's a real threat with those two players, him and Lennon Miller behind the main striker. They're both very technical and sound, good players.
Yeah, can hit a free kick as well. As Casey plays it long. And Armstrong's chasing this, and he initially got in front of Balogun. Yeah, he is offside. That's why he got in front of Balogun, who recovered well anyway. It's a Rangers free kick. You're listening to Sports Sound on BBC Radio Scotland Extra. Rangers 1, Motherwell 2. 58 minutes on the clock at Ibrox. More live commentary to come later. St Mirren against Celtic, 5:30. Rangers coming forward here by Rami, right-footed shot, dip in, Balcom pushes it away. It was awkward, so a good save in the end from the Motherwell keeper.
Yeah, it's one he had to save, but yeah, it was the bounce in front of him made it a little bit difficult. It was struck quite well as well.
Corner on this near side. Tierney is ready to take for Rangers, and Ibrox has come alive again with Rangers pulling a goal back in this second half. And Tierney curls it to the near post. Sparrow's header only as far as Yilmaz, who plays it first time. It spins and bounces back out for Tierney. Controls on the chest, dummies to go on the right foot, and then goes back to Tavernier. Tavernier curls a dangerous ball in. Lawrence missed the header. Now it's where Raskan tries to control an awkward ball, couldn't quite manage it, and then Casey comes out and slide tackle to by Yilmaz. Rangers still have it though. It's with Bayrami. Now it's Dennis is on the left-hand side, and his cross is decent, but Thompson has to head it away at the back post, and it goes for a throw-in next to the corner flag for Rangers.
Great example of what Rangers miss when they play Tavernier centre-back. I don't know it needs must, but what a great delivery.
Now it's sent in by Yilmaz. Balmer's there to head it away. And it's down to the halfway line. Liam Balogun, one of 3 half-time substitutes, controls, and now Motherwell are going to make 3 substitutions. Payton, Drabkowski and Abiye are stripped and ready to come on. It's Bayrami back to Raskin, centre half position. He's in the centre circle now. Gives it to Tavernier in the right back area. And then Yilmaz, who is the right back, gives it to Dessert. His first time layoff infield, but it's to a Motherwell player. And now it's Thompson into Miller, controls it, knocks it to Andrews. First time up to Armstrong, who lays it to Slattery. And Slattery, if he looks outside, Sparrow's made a run, and now he does look, and the pass is intercepted by Bayrami. Got a toe on it. Now Diamondi takes away from Armstrong. Raskin in the centre circle, forward. Tierney tries to touch it away from Andrews, doesn't manage it, but it breaks for Diamondi. Diamondi taking it towards the touchline, but there's no one outside him, and now Tierney comes infield, left foot, strikes from distance off the outside of the boot and swerves away from the target.
I mean, Diamondi, who's done really well today, is driving inside. Yilmaz is sitting 5 yards behind him. There's huge space on the outside, and he waited till the crowd started shouting at me go, then he went. But honestly.
So these 3 Motherwell substitutions are now incoming. Luke Armstrong, who scored the first goal, scored against Celtic and Rangers since his January move. He is off. Andy Halliday is going to come off. He's on a booking. He took a sore one not long ago. He's going to come off for Davor Dravkovsky, and Callum Slattery is also coming off for Motherwell, and Harry Payton is coming on. Moses Abiye is coming on as well. There's Dravkovsky. So 3 Motherwell changes as Michael Wimmer looks to inject some energy. Stephen Craigan did mention at the top of the programme they looked tired in the second half against Dundee after pressing and harrying and doing a lot of running. They've certainly done that here. And as we approach 62 on the clock, Motherwell still have the advantage. They're 2-1 up. They won at Ibrox for the first time in the league since 1997, last March. Are they going to do it again, or are Rangers going to come back and deny them? They've managed to have the deficit. Here's Payton for Motherwell, gives it to Lennon Miller, controls with the left foot, and then squeezes the pass away, and Abiye left it for Sparrow. He should have controlled it because it's run for a throw-in to Rangers down in line with the edge of their own box. Jefty throws it to Raskan. Raskan back to Balogun, who fizzes it to Butland, who lets it run across his goal, and he's got time to pass it with the right foot. And then Yilmaz into midfield for Diamondi, but he has to slide, and then he knocks it off Andrews, and it's a belted ball off Lawrence, and it breaks for Rangers as Bayrami collects. He's over halfway, he's coming infield, he's got Jefty outside him. He plays it in front of Jefty on the touchline. Jefty nudges it to Bayrami, he's run around the outside, good block from Sparrow. Rangers corner.
Still think they need to try and get more players in the box in a position where they can score from. There's always, usually only 1, 2, maybe 3 at the most, but you need to have 3 minimum.
Rangers trailing by 2-1 at Ibrox corner now though. 63 minutes. Thompson wins the header for Motherwell at the near post. It breaks for Dravkovsky on the edge and he lashes it forward. Payton is playing up there alongside Lennon Miller as well at the moment, and it's played forward for Dessers. Dessers first time looking for Diamonde. Abie was there, and then it's cleared by Motherwell, not in entirely convincing fashion. And now Balogun is striding out of defence for Rangers. Chips it forwards for Bayrami, half-time sub, and Rangers have a chance down the left-hand side. Crossing from Raskan, blocked by Motherwell. Bayrami's in the box. Balmer wins it, controlled by Diamonde, gets onto the right foot, edge of the area, not much space. Czerny deflected and into the arms of Balcom. And Motherwell survive another wave.
Yeah, it just seems like, I said earlier on about Dessers' first time passing the other night there at Cologne was excellent. It seems like he's got to do it all the time now. He's tried it today 3 or 4 times. It's come off once and he's given the ball away 3 or 4 times.
Rangers 1, Motherwell 2. That's still as you were in the other Premiership games from the half-time scorelines, as a free kick is given to Motherwell in defence. Liam Gordon is taken down by Lawrence, and the Rangers fans weren't too happy about that one. Rangers with Fenerbahce away in Istanbul midweek Thursday night. Full coverage, commentary on Sports Sound. Then the return leg the following Thursday, because they sit out next weekend due to their elimination from the Scottish Cup. And then they've got Celtic at Celtic Park, Dundee away, Hibs at home, and Aberdeen away to conclude their pre-split games. Big matches coming up, particularly those European matches against Fenerbahce, Jose Mourinho's Fenerbahce. It's a free kick, throw-in, sorry, to Motherwell over on the far side. Motherwell disappointed with the concession of the goal because they hadn't given up too much to Rangers in terms of chances inside the box. That was such a poor lapse from Dan Casey. Let Dessers in as the long throw comes from Balmer, flings it into the Rangers penalty area. Balogun wins it. Thompson with the header to Dravkovsky. Dravkovsky down the right hand side for Payton. Payton nips it inside Raskan and he's digged a lovely ball in. Thompson's there, Tavernier diving header, looks at the referee, and advantage is being played, and Lawrence and Czerny combine, and then Czerny fires it up the line looking for Dessers, but Sparrow is there to intercept and plays it to his goalkeeper Balcom. And now it's Dravkovsky, goes long looking for a BA who's got more pace than Armstrong, who got the opening goal and was certainly a physical presence, but maybe a BA just gives something different to think about, Ian.
Yeah, definitely. I think obviously they're going to defend and hit the counter-attack with his pace.
Rangers coming down the side of it. Motherwell box, Bayrami was there, but good defending from Balmer to get his body in front and knocks out for a throw-in on the far side. We've played 66.5 minutes. It's Rangers 1, Motherwell 2 in the Premiership. Jeff Day dispossessed. Here's a BA. The BA scooped pass for Payton, but it's overhit and out for a throw-in on the far side to Rangers at the halfway line. Motherwell, incidentally, with St Mirren at home next up. They're also at the Scottish Cup, and then Aberdeen away, Kilmarnock away, and Hearts at home to conclude their pre-split fixtures. So some tough games in there, winnable ones as well. And what a fill-up for Michael Wimmer it would be if they could hold on for a victory here. But Yilmaz with a lovely sliding pass looking for Lawrence, but it's just ever so slightly overhit. The Rangers fans applaud the intent from Tom Lawrence, but it goes through to Balcom.
Yeah, it was a little bit unlucky. I think he had to put that pace on it to get it in between the Motherwell players, and a wee bit unfortunate Dessers couldn't go on it.
Kai Andrews almost caught in possession in the middle of the pitch for Motherwell, but he kicks it away to Thompson, who clears. And you just feel Ian Motherwell just struggling to really hold on to the ball for any length of time.
Yeah, you just feel if Rangers up it, but just as you said, the Rangers haven't really made a lot of chances. The goal was a bit of a giveaway. They need to start creating a wee bit more.
Here's Yilmaz in his own half, goes back to Butland. Rangers had such a good record here at Ibrox this season up until that Queen's Park result, which came from nowhere, and St Mirren came here and won as well, and they're losing here. Rangers plenty of time to get themselves back in this game as they try to do so here. Bayrami to Czerny, edge of the box, touch away from Casey, but too heavy, and Balcom lets it run behind for a goal kick. Rangers 1, Motherwell 2.
It's very similar. I watched Rangers against Dundee United in the 1-1 game when Dundee United took the lead. It looked as if Rangers were going to go on and win, but they were trying to be really, really precise in the last third. Little 1-2s. This, there was just maybe a wee bit too precise, maybe a bit over elaborate.
Yeah, there's a lot of first-time passes and little turns on the edge of the box getting tried out, isn't there? It's just, and you see, if you just put it in the box, so one of the Motherwell defenders, as Dan Casey did, might just switch off or make a mistake. You never know, but here is Raskan for Rangers into the centre circle. Tavernier on his 500th appearance, doesn't want it to be a losing one, as Raskan controls in the middle of the pitch, just outside the centre circle, gives it to Jefte, who's quite far in the pitch, is challenged by Payton, but he runs after the loose ball and gets it. Jefte back to Balogun, who's certainly added a bit more assurance in defence.
Yeah.
Good to have him back from a Rangers point of view. As Czerny, pass blocked, but it goes to Yilmaz anyway. As it's skipped up off a Motherwell player. Yilmaz onto the left foot, drops it to the back post, overhit, and Balcom takes that above his head all day long.
Yeah, just not good enough. Not good enough to deliver it. I was a left-footed player myself. It's not a particularly hard thing to put that into a really good area. He got it on his left foot nicely, but just overhit it.
Rangers 1, Motherwell 2. Motherwell disappointed to lose their clean sheet. It has been a massive issue for them. Just 4 in the league this season, kept just 7 since the start of last season. That's 66 games. It's been an issue for them in the last 2 campaigns. They're having to score at least 2 to win games. They've done that here at Ibrox so far. Plenty of work to do as Payton takes it down the right hand side. Now Rangers get the throw in. Balogun now to Tavernier. Tavernier in his own box, 70 minutes. And Tavernier goes back to Butland and to Balogun. Balogun to Jefte. Jefte over the halfway line. And he's played it down the sides, and Balcom's come a long way, the goalkeeper, and he's got there in fairness, played it out. Rangers looking to take it quickly as he's off his line, but Balcom gets back in. Good speed from the goalkeeper. And now it's back with Bayrami, and that's a poor pass backwards, and Michael Wimmer is urging Motherwell to squeeze.
Well, that's what they do that really well. As soon as the ball gets passed back, they try and get that 5 yards, 10 yards up the pitch, and they've done it really well the whole game.
Yeah. It's just a tendency when you're 2-1 up at Ibrox, 70 minutes, you just drop, just drop, and just try and soak up pressure. But here come Rangers and Jeff. They were a really good run outside Payton, who's had a nibble at him. And referee Nick Walsh is happy, he got a foot on the ball there. Payton, and then he's chopped down. On we go, advantage being played. And it's with Kai Andrews up towards the Rangers box. Now it's Sparrow across. Tried to put it across goal over the cross, but he kind of fell over as he hit it, and it went out for a goal kick.
You've got to think with 20 minutes to go that Sterling can't be fit, because the obvious thing is put him on a right centre back and get Tavernier on a right back, push him to right back and let him try and get up the pitch and get some decent deliveries in.
Yeah. And Tony Watt is ready to come on for Motherwell as Tavernier gives it to Raskan to Diamonde, back to Tavernier. Tavernier forward for Bayrami, poor touch on the turn, and Casey robs him. Now it's Thompson, Dravkovsky to Casey forward for a BA, controls on the chest, gives it to Payton, back to Andrews. Nice play from Motherwell as they get up to the halfway line now with Sparrow into Andrews. Dravkovsky's offering, goes back to Balmer. Andrews in a little gap. He's played really well today, Kai Andrews, the teenager. Chips it forward, and a BA on the shoulder of Balogun, who just gets it away because he was beaten for pace there by a BA.
Yeah, that's not the type of ball Balogun wants to defend, a little clip round the corner there, but he did well to stretch and clear it.
And it's going to be a Motherwell throw-in after this change, and it is Lennon Miller who's being withdrawn, 18-year-old. He's put in another great shift. He's shaking his head. I think he's too happy with his own performance, perhaps unhappy being substituted, but he's walking off, and Tony Watt is going to come on. Dundee United loanee. Motherwell with 10 loanees in their squad. One of the biggest squads in the Premiership. Got a lot of injuries though. About 10 or 11 missing at the moment as well. As Balmer gets ready to fling this into the Rangers penalty area. Here he comes, launches it towards the penalty spot. Balogun wins the header. Zavkovsky comes back, strike blocked by Lawrence, claims for a handball. Didn't look like it from here. And it's sent back by Sparrow, who tried the switch, but it's overhit. And it goes behind for the goal kick. And Rangers are going to bring on Danilo for Mohamed Diamonde. So, going for it.
I'm a bit surprised at that, Diamonde coming off, unless he's got a little problem. I thought he's been one of the brighter players for Rangers.
Yeah, and he plays just about every single game as well. Doesn't get rotated at all. 42nd appearance of the season. As Jefte comes in off the left, 10 yards into the Motherwell half. Now it's Raskan, still Rangers 1, Motherwell 2, 74 minutes. Dessers with one back after the break after Armstrong and Sparrow had Motherwell 2-0 up by half-time. As that goes for a Motherwell throw-in. Barry Ferguson out on the edge of his technical area, wearing the suit. As he tries to urge his team on, and they came from 2 down at Rugby Park the other night, trying to launch a similar comeback here from 2 down, as Lawrence plays it forward, but there's no one there that he was particularly aiming for, and Balcom collects. Michael Wimmer paces back to the dugout as a word with his staff and goes back out to the edge of his technical area. Rangers 1, Motherwell 2 as we approach the final 15 minutes of the 90 in the Premiership. Live on Sportsound, full commentary to come from 5:30. St Mirren against Celtic. At the moment, Celtic will have the chance to go 16 clear unless Rangers can find something in the final 15 at Ibrox. That's a lovely turn from Raskan on the edge of his own box, and he's now got space to run up towards the halfway line. He's done well here, Raskan. Finds the pass, but it's too far in front of Lawrence, but Czerny will fetch it anyway. Czerny. Now it's Yilmaz, and Czerny's eventually peeled out to this right-hand side because there was no one on the right wing for Rangers. And Czerny can't force it past Thompson. The BA gives it back to Thompson, who gives it away. Now Yilmaz, Payton is in there. Yilmaz stays on his feet and then gets the free kick as he's tripped again. And Rangers will have the free kick. About 24 yards out towards the near side of the box corner, and we'll see who fancies this one.
Well, it was really positive play from Yilmaz. Goes back up 10 seconds earlier. Somebody should have been firing down that right hand side to take the ball from Czerny, and they just didn't want to get high up the pitch.
Tavernier and Bayrami are over it. It's not really one for a right footer to shoot, so this will be crossed from James Tavernier. It's curled to the 6-yard box. Balcom gets there, punches. Bayrami controls. Challenge in from Motherwell, who now have possession, and Dravkovsky just lashes it up into the Rangers half. 76 on the clock now. Still 2-1 Motherwell at Ibrox. Tavernier to Yilmaz. Yilmaz controls, slides it into Dessers on the edge of the box. Lovely touch. Now it's with Danilo, who I'm sure could have pulled the trigger there. Tried to return it to Dessers, and it was cut out. And the Rangers get on with the throw in quickly. Czerny slides it to Lawrence. Lawrence to Yilmaz, edge of the box on the left foot. Low shot. Balcom makes the save. But why did Danilo not shoot there?
I don't know. I haven't got the answer to that, but it was bewildering because it's right on his right foot, falling in. I think he's maybe 6-8 yards out, and he's tried to tee up Dessers. Just go and put your foot through and stick in the back of the net. That's the first real good chance they've had in the second half.
Yeah,
with the goal.
Just screams a player, maybe short of confidence, or just the overplaying that you mentioned earlier, Ian, where they're just trying almost to walk it into the net. It's bizarre, but Motherwell take it all day long. They lead by 2-1. As Raskan under pressure from the BA, goes down, gets the free kick. And Tavernier takes it to Jefte. Jefte passes it over halfway. Bayrami. Jefte goes on the outside. He receives the pass. Jefte crosses first time with the left foot. Liam Gordon at the near post heads it away. It'll go for a Rangers throw in over on the far side. Now, and And Danilo comes across to receive the throw-in. Jefte back up the line to Raskan. Raskan opens the pitch up, gives it to Tavernier in midfield. Tavernier for Yilmaz. Yilmaz, of course, gets onto the left foot, looks up for an option, looks to give it to Danilo in the box. Tavernier controls down at halfway, and then has to go back to Butland. 12 minutes of the 90 remaining. Rangers 1, Motherwell 2. Jefte to Bayrami on the touchline. Good challenge from Sparrow, who's been excellent for Motherwell as well.
He has been, as a team, I think they've been excellent. Really, really well organised, and some good individual performances within that team structure.
Here's Czerny. Ross County have won 2-0 up at home to Kilmarnock in the Premiership. And Czerny, his pass blocked by Thompson, but Lawrence has won it back in midfield as Abia looked to break. Now it's with Tavernier. Raskan. Pass to Yilmaz. Yilmaz curls it up towards Danilo. Danilo lets it bounce, then it's with Dessers, who scores! Rangers are level.
Offside.
And the flag is up. The flag is up. It will be checked. Cyril Dessers thinks he's got a brace again, but he's been denied for now by the on-field officials.
I couldn't call that one, but this stand-side official, his flag was up very quickly.
Yeah, ball over the top, and it was Danilo. It was kind of just allowed to bounce, then Danilo flicked it forward, and Dessers put it over the top of the onrushing Balcom. Good lob it was from Dessers, and it bounced into the net. But we're going to await the verdict of the VAR. Gavin Duncan, as Barry Ferguson and Billy Dodds really enjoyed that goal. Their colour celebrations were cut short, as is the nature of VAR. As we await, as does Nick Walsh, the referee, speaking to Nico Raskan at the moment as they try and communicate the outcome, and the lines are drawn, as it always seems to take a while to draw these lines and make sure they've got it right.
Well, I hope it's the same linesman as the first half. For his sake, he's got this one right.
Yeah, and it's going to be no goal.
No goal.
And it's ruled out. The on-field decision stands, and Motherwell get a reprieve. Cyril Dessers denied a second goal and denied a 22nd of the season, and it's a huge boost for Motherwell as Rangers come back. What they thought was a comeback to 2-2 is denied. Payton, and I wonder if that just sharpens Motherwell minds, tired minds for some of them, as we go into the final 9 minutes of the 90 at Ibrox.
Well, that's a good point. I mean, that type of reprieve will give them some fresh energy, almost like scoring a goal. You know, so that they'll be able to get about the pitch a little bit better in the last 10 minutes, vital last 10 minutes of the game.
That goal for Ross County has been chalked off, so it remains Ross County 1, Kilmarnock 0. Still 1-1 between St Johnstone and Dundee at Dens Park. Celtic at St Mirren to come on Sports Sound, as a free kick is given to Motherwell right next to the corner flag. Down in the far corner there, Tony Watt was tripped, and Motherwell will be in no rush to take this. But what a moment. It was a really good finish from Dessers, and as I say, 21 for the season for a much maligned striker, but he lobbed the goalkeeper brilliantly, but offsides, and Motherwell still with a 1-goal advantage. Payton is going to stride back and take this with the right foot. Motherwell free kick next to the corner flag on the far side. It's curled with the right foot, flicked off the back of a Motherwell player, I think, and then Rangers managed to clear. Danilo gets a nudge on it, and then Andrews switches it out to the right hand side. Good touch on the chest from Payton. Payton infield to Gordon, taking it under pressure from Balogun. It breaks for Jefte in his own box, then he slides it to Raskan, who plays it forward to Danilo, returns it to Raskan, centre circle, and forward for Dessers, wide on the left. Dessers running at Sparrow. Dessers goes down the outside, Still going Dessers, cuts it back, and then Casey, who kind of slipped as he made the challenge. Fortunately for him, it's gone behind for a corner.
Yeah, I mean, he took up, Casey took up a good position there, but you're right, just as he went to clear it, he slipped and he knocked onto his following leg and put it out for a corner.
And there's going to be change here. It is Dujon Sterling who's going to make his first appearance since the 3-0 with Hibs on the 29th of December, and Ridvan Yilmaz is replaced, a makeshift right back. Dujon Sterling onto the pitch for Rangers, who trail by 2-1, 83 on the clock. Corner on the far side though. Tavernier takes on top of Balcom, who punches. It's cleared the box. Czerny goes after it. Czerny takes, drags it infield. Czerny to Lawrence. Chance for the shot on the right foot off a Motherwell head. It comes down into the 6-yard box, and the B is in there to just get a clearance on it. Payton goes to meet Sterling, who goes to Jefte, his fellow defender. Now it's Bayrami on the left hand side, blocked from going forward by Sparrow, and Rangers will have to start again. 6 minutes left of the 90. Rangers 1, Motherwell 2, live on Sportsound and BBC Radio Scotland Extra, as Sterling pings one straight out of play. And
well, you can't blame a bad bounce, because it's just a poor pass. He's getting knocked it straight out of play.
Tavernier just trying to encourage him there.
Absolutely,
just to say, you know, it's the right ball, but it's his first bit of football for a couple of months. So, but really poor from Dujon Sterling, and it remains 2-1 as it's thrown down the line by Motherwell. Header, and Danilo, Thompson, Andrews plays it off Danilo, and then tries to slide the pass through to BA, but Raskin intercepts and looks to set free Dessers. Balcom comes out his box, then he's headed it to Czerny. Czerny slips it to Danilo, and it's a good save from Balcom, because it took a nick as Danilo tried to cross it, and it was heading for the bottom corner.
Yeah, it was a good save. Took a wicked deflection and got down well to his left just to knock it around the post.
And it's going to be a check here. On we go, brief check, but Czerny's going to deliver this corner as Rangers look to get level. It's in at the near post, it was on target, and then it comes to Tavernier, plays it over the top on the volley. What a chance for the Rangers captain. It was a difficult one, puts it over the bar.
It was, what a clean clearance it was. I don't know, what was it, Casey or Bama, or the clearance off the line was fantastic, and then it falls to somebody with an unbelievable goal scoring record from Fulham, 129, 30 goals. You thought it was written, he just didn't quite control his volley and just slammed it across over the bar.
Yeah, I said it was a great chance, not only because it's so late in the game, but it's a difficult volley to take.
Difficult one that he's got to hit the target with, though. I think with his technique, he should be doing better with that one.
Balcom takes the goal kick. Motherwell 4 minutes away, plus stoppage time from a win here at Ibrox. Can Rangers find something? Payton has run that out, has gone off a Rangers player. It's a Motherwell throw-in, and it's tense here at Ibrox. Rangers came into this game hoping to close to 10 points behind Celtic, who play at 5:30. Instead, at the moment, it's going to stay at 13, with Celtic with a chance to go 16 clear. Payton wins that from Motherwell in the Rangers half, and his pass for Thompson is too far in front of him. He's going to come across and gets there in front of Tavernier, but he's under pressure. Czerny's there as well, plays it off Tavernier, and then he's lying on the ball really as he gets in the way, but Stravkovsky, and Rangers eventually win it. And Motherwell are given the free kick as, I don't know, it was looked like Thompson was perhaps lying on the ball initially.
I mean, it was a hard one for Nick Walsh to give that, and to be honest, that was 6-2. I'd have just let the play go. Thompson's been impressive today.
Yep, another winter signing, Dom Thompson. After he left Blackpool, he signed a short-term deal at the end of the season. This is his 6th appearance, he's filled in well. Ewan Wilson out the team at the moment, on the bench today, as Dan Casey prepares to take this free kick from deep, launches it towards the right corner of the Rangers box. Gordon wins the header, and Payton controls back to goal, and it's back to Gordon with a shot, and it went through fairly comfortably wide of Butland's right-hand post. As we approach the final 2 minutes of the 90, Rangers 1, Motherwell 2. Motherwell got their first league win over Rangers in 27 years last season at Ibrox, and they're on the verge of doing it in consecutive seasons now. Czerny, centre circle, pass centrally for Danilo, breaks for Raskan, out to Jefte. Jefte looks up for numbers in the box, holds the ball, gives it to Czerny, who's come across to the left-hand side. Now it's Bayrami. Bayrami goes outside, gives it to Jefte on the touchline. Jefte knocks it up the line for Bayrami, and now it's Jefte. It's kind of lost his foot in as he tried to cross, squeezes it back to Bayrami, corner of the area, into the box. Czerny tries to return it, and it's lashed clear by Balmer for Motherwell.
Again, I mean, I like watching that type of play, but it's almost as if they're trying to score a perfect goal. They had 3 opportunities to put a quality cross into the box there.
Played forward, Dessers lays it off to Danilo, has his pocket picked by Tom Sparrow, who's been outstanding this afternoon. Not just his goal. Payton into Dravkovsky, tries to hold off Raskan and does, and gets the free kick.
Yeah, I mean, you're right about the Sparrow, his energy levels. You know, I mean, I don't mean that to disguise his actual play. He's played really well, but his energy levels have been exceptional. That right wing back position, that is a lot of running.
Dom Thompson is going to be replaced by Ewan Wilson at left wing back as we hit the 90th minute at Ibrox, and it is Rangers 1, Motherwell 2. And Rangers, they've had most of the possession, of course, they've had most of the attempts, but it's not like they've cut Motherwell to pieces on a regular basis.
You didn't really feel, when Rangers scored, you didn't feel a goal was coming. You know, it just came out of the blue, a mistake by Motherwell.
It's played forward by Motherwell, and that'll go behind. Butland tries to get on with things, plays it short to Tavernier. Tavernier now at right back, his 500th appearance. Infield to Lawrence. Lawrence back to Sterling. Sterling square for Balogun. 4 added minutes have been signalled by the 4th official, Ross Hardy. Dravkovsky's going back to chase Jefte, who gets there first, crosses it in towards Danilo, header, and then it's turned behind by Wilson. That could have gone anywhere.
There's a good chance. I mean, that's just what I know with the cross. I mean, you've got to sail in a good area. It's a terrific cross into the box. Maybe you've got to get the header on target.
Yeah, Wilson with a block as 30 seconds of the 4 added have been played. Rangers corner on the far side. Tavernier's across the take. Delivers with a right foot into the edge of the 6-yard box. Headed away by Motherwell. Only as far as Czerny. Strike from Bayrami. Deflected. Spins to the edge of the area. Dessers on the left foot. It was going off target. Blocked again. Comes back to him. Gives it to Bayrami. Forced backwards and then plays it out to the far side. And it's too far away from Tavernier. And it's out for a throw into Motherwell.
I mean, you don't need to be an X. Surely Czerny's got to hit that. It's dropping him in perfectly on his left foot. He's at 18 yards from goal. He tries to take it down. Go and strike the ball.
And the other 2 Premiership games have come to an end. Ross County with a valuable home win, 1-0 against Kilmarnock, and it's finished. Dundee 1, St Johnstone 1 at Dens in the game of the battle of the bottom 2. Celtic to play St Mirren and Paisley at 5:30 live on Sports Sound. 2 games tomorrow, huge games in the battle for top 6 in Europe. Edinburgh Derby at lunchtime at Easter Road, and then at Pittodrie, Aberdeen against Dundee United. All of that live on Sports Sound, plus Rangers' trip to Turkey midweek. But right now we're in stoppage time, 91.5 minutes on the clock. Rangers with another 2.5 to try and find an equaliser as Balogun plays it forward to Jefte. Jefte up the line, and that's pulled. There's a sharp pull there, and Rangers will get the free kick, and then there's a yellow card. Bayrami wasn't happy at that one, and there's that Sparrow who got the yellow card, I think. The wing back knew what he was doing.
Yeah, it was a yellow card all day long.
And the yellow card is given now to Bayrami for his furious gesticulating.
No, it's probably just as well. I mean, I'm sure that's not how Barry Fairs and the Rangers supporters want him to show his, his desire. You've got to show it in a different way, not just get a daft booking.
Yeah, I mean, it is a free kick. It's a foul. You just take it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's nothing malicious, it was just a shirt pull as Rangers deliver. It's Tavernier with the right foot, poor one to the near post, which Sparrow heads away. Jefte over to Lawrence. Lawrence is going to send this to the edge of the box, won by Gordon, and now it's with Lawrence. Czerny slides it to the edge of the area, sliding challenge from Motherwell, back to Czerny, plays it into the area, and it's left for the goalkeeper Balcom to dive on. And we've played 3 of the 4 added minutes, and it remains Rangers 1, Motherwell 2.
Yeah, it's not been one of Czerny's better days. You know, it's just too many misplaced passes. I don't doubt he's tried his best, but too many just silly errors for a player of his ability.
And Ibrox is emptying quickly. I don't think these fans really believe their team are going to score an equaliser here with 40 seconds to go. And it's going to be a throw-in to Rangers over on the far side in line with the edge of their own box. Can they salvage an equaliser? Balogun under pressure immediately from Balmer, who gets a challenge in, and the free kick is given in Liam Balogun's favour. Butland's going to take this. He's urging everyone forward. 20 seconds left of the 4 that were indicated to play at the end of this 90 minutes. But Balmer has come a long way to win that header. And now it's Lawrence in his own half, goes back to Balogun. Balogun to Jefte. This will be the final play, I think. We've played the 4 added minutes. Last chance saloon for Rangers, played up to the edge of the box. Gordon balloons it into the Glasgow sky. It comes down about 25 yards out, bounces as it's Andrews battles for it. And there is the full-time whistle. And Michael Wimmer punches the sky, handshakes for his staff, and the boos ring around, and emptying Ibrox as Barry Ferguson suffers his first defeat as interim Rangers manager, and Rangers suffer a 3rd straight home loss for the first time since 2012, and Motherwell, having had to wait since 1997 till last season for a league win here at Ibrox, have done it in consecutive campaigns. A superb performance from them. They were 2-0 up after half an hour. Armstrong's finish after Butland spilled Casey's shot. It was disallowed initially, but overturned by VAR, and then Sparrow finished low past Butland for number 2 on the half-hour mark. Rangers did hit back. Dessers, after Casey's error, lashed in to make it 2-1, and Dessers thought he'd equalise on 79 minutes after Danilo flicked it forward to him and he lobbed Balcom, but it was disallowed for offside. And in truth, from thereafter, it wasn't like Rangers had chance after chance after chance, and a really poor season for Rangers just gets worse and worse, really. They are 13 points behind Celtic still, with Celtic now with this game in hand to come later this evening. Motherwell celebrate a massive win, back-to-back wins for them. Full time at Ibrox. It has finished Rangers 1, Motherwell 2.